Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, you are wanted at Rap Stars to answer some questions, Doctor. Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, what are you doing, Dr. Wang? Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, it's Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, it's Dr. Wang, it's Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, it's Dr. Wang, it's Dr. Wang, Wang, Dr. Wang. So how's it all going? It's good to see I've got no one in here. That's how I like it. I like talking to myself. Get a bit of conversation out of myself. What banners have we got? Australia, the new boxing superpower. Yeah. There we go. Dr. Wang's back. Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Calling Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. I love the advice you were giving, Rachel Denaire. That was fucking hilarious. That's some of the best advice I've ever seen given live to someone crying. Oh, I've got to work out. How do I drop the link? Where do I get that from? Guess. Got to invite guests, you fuckhead. Copy, Dr. Wang. Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Calling Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Calling Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. There we go. There we go. That's the Messiah Nun 9 yup is the code. Can't believe it wasn't blocked. Oh, I knew it was you, but it was just fucking, I just had to run with it. That was fucking hilarious. I've known Dr. Wang for a very fucking long time. Dr. Wang's one of the original fucking great guys of YouTube. Star comment. There we go. Can you tell me if that's pinned? I don't know if that's pinned or what the fuck it is. Can't believe it wasn't blocked. I can't believe you weren't either, Dr. Wang. But Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, calling Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. That's funny. You got some of the best names. Some of my favourites are Brian Darkin. Destiny White is the best ever. There's nothing better than Destiny White. I'm drinking Smirnoff Double Black. I'm not sure if Dr. Wang's heard. It's not pinned. Fuck Dr. Wang. Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Calling Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. I'm getting fucking drunk tonight. There's no pin in chat. There's no pin in chat. Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Calling Dr. Wang. Destiny White, is great. That's not me. I know, Dr. Wang. I know it's not you. But it's a great name. Brian Darkin. Brian Darkin's a fucking cracker too. How you come up with them just like that and just they appear in the chat is fucking legendary. Now I've got it starred. There's a starred comment. What does that mean? Why is it starred and you can't see the cunt? I don't know. I just fucking hell. I just don't know, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. We're calling Dr. Wang. Smirnoff Double Black for me, 6.5% in a tin is nice. It's very nice, Dr. Wang. I think it's good for my liver. Gets all the shit off my liver. Are you towing somebody's car? No, but my neighbour actually owned. There was a tow truck reversing in. Yeah, he owns a tow truck company, and he's a cockhead. Him and his son live beside each other. And I think they live inside each other. So listen, if anyone wants to jump on Dr. Wang, I'd love to hear your points on COVID. That would be really nice if we could fucking. What do I do here? Exit solo layout. I'll exit solo layout. Well, given there's no one else with you, you can't. You're the only one there, you cockhead. Oh, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, calling Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. So we got Canelo Ryder coming up. Does anyone think John Ryder's got a chance? Is anyone as crazy as Method? I mean, I know some crazy cunts on the YTBC, but Method is out there, man. Does anyone think John Ryder has a snowball's chance in hell of getting the upset of the year and beating the cash cow? Does Tank Davis go to jail today? Does Tank go to jail? These are questions that need answering. I'd like Dr. Wang's advice. Dr. Wang, I'm asking Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Look, I even want to know, does Tank go to jail? Does he go to jail? I don't know. I'm not sure. Not too sure, Dr. Wang. It's good to see Dr. Wang's writing Canelo a fraud, a cherry picker, a jug cheat in Johnny Drunk voice. Johnny had some serious. Did you see Johnny last night hitting that bag? I honestly thought he was going to have a heart attack. I thought Johnny was going to have a heart attack and fucking we'd be saying prayers for Johnny today, but he's got a big engine. And I noticed I think I've got Johnny worked out. He throws a lot of left hooks and a lot of straight rights. So if you can duck that left, get underneath that right, and get in close, I think you can get Johnny. I think if you punch him in the tits, he's in trouble. Because if he gets bruised tits, they'll start slapping around and hurting his head, and anything could happen. Anything could happen. Canelo a fraud and a cherry picker and a drug cheat. Yeah. I'll ask Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. I'm asking Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang, Dr. Wang. Mendoza, why don't you jump on and say g'day in your little squeaky Irish voice? I drink Carlsberg. Why don't you jump on? Just hit the link. Drunk Irishman. Mr. Mendoza. Mr. Men-fucking-dozer. Mr. Men-fucking-dozer. Dr. Wang, we're calling Dr. Wang. Oh, Dr. Wang he's normally good for advice, relationship advice, and he gave Rachel Danair some really good advice about seeing other. I think you should see other people. That was some of the best tablature for fucking a YouTube chat I've ever seen. That is honestly some of the best shit. So Stevie Sparks fighting on Canelo's undercard, which will be good. Stevie's pumped. He's looking for the upset in the Mexican time. He's going to show this little Mexican cunt what he's all about. And, And Tim Zoo's going to name his next fight in the next week or two. Because this dude just wants to keep fighting. He doesn't give a fuck about little boy with broken hand. Fuck that, he reckons. Not scared. That's why he's the face of... If you're looking for a face of boxing, there's a guy right there on the solo layout with a really strangely pronounced last name. Doesn't make any sense. It should be just ZYU or ZU. Zoo. Tzu. Dr. Wang, we're calling Dr. Wang. Just gonna fucking see if I can put it. I reckon Mendoza will jump on. I know he will. I just fucking know he will. There you go. There's the link, Mendoza. I have a soft spot for You know, women love a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That was some pretty sound advice you gave. And, there were a lot of people upset with your comments, but I thought they were really piss funny. I thought they were really piss funny. Hopefully Dr. Wayne could hop on and give us all some relationship advice. Really wish he would. Really wish he would. Does Tank go to jail? Does Tank go to jail? Mr. Pads, Mr. Pads, what's up, Mr. Pads? Mr. Pads. Mr. Pads, do you think Tank goes to jail? He finds out today if he goes to jail. Is Tank going to jail? Is he going to jail? Not sure. Not sure. Hurus. 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 Yeah. Tell me, Dr. Wang, Drunk Irishman, Mr. Pads, is Tank going to jail? Do you think Tank's going to jail? Gotta say, I'm not too sure myself. I think he's covered. Tank ain't a boneyard, bruh. He could be a pocket holder. If he has to go to jail and hold pockets, he could be in trouble. Could be in trouble. You know, if that happens, then, 5'2" guys are really going to get stretched. Like, they're really going to have to find themselves a boyfriend really quick to protect him. Because he can fight like a motherfucker, but he's going to need more than that fucking left hand in prison. Because the right hand's going to be jerking off this really big dude. So he's going to have to do something with that left hand. Something special. While he's jerking off that big dude with his right, he's going to have to just come over and like sneak in the... he plays possum like he's hurt. Oh. That's a good one. That should be the star comment. That there is the comment of the night thus far. Let's star that comment. I don't know what that means. I've starred 2 comments. Yeah, well, if he has to go to jail, what does he do? What does he do? What happens? What happens? I think it's all downhill. Carl got a stack on the vet. Carlos got a stack on the bet. Yeah, of course he has. Yeah, well, that's why the drunk Irishman's the drunk Irishman. Minus 700. So what does that mean? If you put 100 on, you lose 700. Minus fucking Yanks have got crazy betting methods. There he is. There he is. The fucking legend from Maine. The legend. The legend. How are you, Mad Chad? I hope you're good, mate. I hope you're good, brother. Just on here, just talking to myself, just talking about Tank. Is Tank going to prison? Tank finds out today if he goes to prison. Today's D-Day for Tank. I'm worried that Tank, being such a little guy, he's going to have that right hand hooked up. He's going to be jerking off some dude, and he's going to have to come in with that magic left, upright and out of sight. Look at him go. This dude just can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. It's mighty fine evening here in Australia. Friday night, 7:33 p.m. I'm drinking Smirnoff Double Blacks, and I've got a 10-pack of rum, Bundy rum tin. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking give him have a bit of sauce, Tank house arrest. Yeah, you think that's? I think so. I think what is he being done for? Well, Mr. Pads, he's being done for a hit and run. He's in a bit of shit, mate. He's in a bit of shit. Dr. Wang, calling Dr. Wang. Oh, look who's here. Look who's turned up. It's fucking gun rights worldwide. There he is. Here he is. And fuck Tyson Fury. G'day, g'day. G'day, fuck Tyson Fury. Matt Chad says hello to Mr. Wang. Mr. Wang. Chad Cole's hectic, bruh. There you go, Mr. Paz, just dropping a little Aussie fucking little Aussie Eshe fucking slang on the Hoopton stay on the Whoopton blay. But yeah, hope everyone's well. Hope you're well, Dr. Wang. Ads pay, the ad lay. Oin day, my brother. I think Jamal Charlo gotta let. I think Jamal Charlo gotta let Jamal Charlo go. If not, just another Tim to knockout. What's poppin', Carl? Early morning. It's modern king area, brother. Yeah, it's evening over here, and look, I think he's scared of the face of boxing. I think he's scared to face him. He'll want to tune up. Some people are fighters and some are fucking pretenders. Fighters and fakers, mate. That's what we got. Mad Chad, calling Mad Chad, calling Mad Chad. Look, if anyone wants to hit the link, they're welcome to. Dr. Wang's hit the crocodile. Look at that. Jamel ducking the smoke. Of course he's ducking the smoke. He's a cocksucking motherfucker. I don't believe Tank was driving the car. He's a fucking midget. His feet don't even reach the pedals. You know what? I think you're right. But he has, by hitting that lady in the car and, choking his girlfriend out of the basketball game and carrying her by the throat. Like, some people need to be picked up by the throat. He's actually been given a belt by the WBC, the Woman Beaters Club. They've given him the Supreme Ultimate Leader belt. So, yeah, Tank's just picked up another belt. So he's now 4-weight world champion. He's a fucking WBC. He's the Woman Beaters Club fucking title holder, which is going to take some fucking beating. Not since Mike Tyson has there ever been more talk of fucking women abuse than Tank Davis. Not if he's not running over him, he's bashing him, or he's fucking getting shit on his toothbrush. And maybe he had shit on his toothbrush when he had shit in his teeth when he was driving, and he was distracted by trying to get the shit out of his teeth, looking in the rear vision mirror, and some pregnant bitch just fucking drove in front of him, walked in front of him. It's not his fault he was doing 100 down the freeway in his Rolls or his Bentley or his Lamborghini or whatever the fuck he was driving. I know it wasn't a fucking Toyota Corolla. I know that much. I know he wasn't driving a Corolla. She would have been fucked up. Bivol is a duck. Bivol's a duck. Mr. Pads, calling Mr. Pads. Fucking, there's a lot of legends in the chat here. The chat's running wild. Modern King's having a bit of a laugh. Do you think this makes him the face of boxing? Look, Dr. Wang, thank you for your question. I'd like to answer that by saying I don't think Tank was ever the face of boxing or will ever be the face of boxing until he faces some decent competition. I don't think Ryan Garcia was that guy. I didn't think Ryan would win. I thought Tank would knock out Ryan. Just because of the whole shit on the toothbrush scene for me sort of did it, But I'm more pressing. While I've got some people in the chat, I've got 6 people. Do you think Ryder has got a chance? Is he going to pull out the George Kambosos TO on Canelo? Is John Ryder that guy? I don't know. Is he that guy? We got a legend hitting the stream. Outlaw, what's going on, bruh?
Storm bar. Can you hear me all right, lad?
Perfect, as usual.
Oh, cool.
What's
going
happening?
on, brother?
Oh, nothing, just getting on the fucking piss, eh?
Why not, lad?
Yeah, having a couple of Smirnoff double blacks and some Bundy and...
You're not on the Northern's bar tonight, lad?
No, I'm on the hard shit, bro.
Yeah, go straight for it, eh, lad?
Yeah, you gotta, you fucking know he's fucking around, Outlaw. I'm in for a good time, not a long time. I've got work tomorrow, so... Get that bag while I'm fucking... I thought I'd go live and see if anyone thinks Tank's going to jail. You think he'll go to jail?
I don't know. I haven't really looked much into it. What were his charges? A hit and run or something?
Yeah, he's got a few actually. He's getting them all fucking answered at once. So He's in a bit of shit, but I think money
Mm.
talks and bullshit walks,
Yeah,
mate.
he'll probably be able to work his way out of it. If he does get locked up for a beer, he'll probably like maybe just do some weekends or do a few months. I don't think it'll be anything too serious. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see the lad going away for
How do you think he'd go in
cop too
prison?
big a whack.
How do you think he'd go in prison? Do you think like some people would test him?
I'm not too sure. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'd probably have to ask someone from his city, but I don't know. He's probably pretty well liked in the city. You know, probably grew up. I think he's from a neighbourhood. He probably knows a lot of lads in there.
Yeah.
It's a very violent city though, so I definitely think you'd have to watch it no matter watch it no matter what. But I don't know. I think he would do all right. You know.
Think he'd be right.
Yeah, he seems like he's a lad from the area. I don't know though. Just based on his profile, maybe they would put him in in lockdown, keep him away, just to not risk anything. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Mad Chad reckons house arrest. I think he might be right.
Yeah. Because I know when Floyd was locked up, I'm pretty sure Floyd was just segregated from everyone else. You know, they didn't want to take a risk.
Yeah, well, he's a scared little dude, mate. He's very scared. Very scared.
Yeah, I think even someone of his profile would not be in general pop. You know, it's
Yeah, I
like you
think
see
so.
here, lad. When there's footy players and they just don't take the risk. They just put them. They just keep them away from everyone. You know.
Well, look at Jared Hayne, bud. He got fucking locked up.
Yeah, I think he was living in Segro. I mean, I think he was in the boneyard,
Yeah.
lad.
Yeah, he would have been definitely in the boneyard.
Yeah, because they can't. They can't even if someone wants, they can't risk it, lad. If someone famous gets stabbed or something in there, that's just a nightmare to deal with. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
that's just. It's not like just some normal cunt off the street gets stabbed. No one gives a fuck. But someone with a profile, it's going to look so bad on that prison that it happens at.
Yep. Puro.
Yo.
What's going
What up?
on,
What
brother?
up? Good buff.
What up, JK? Carl, what's up?
Hey,
Going on,
what's
my
happening,
buff?
brother?
Same old shit, different day, man. What y'all
We're
doing? What y'all
just
talking
talking
about?
about Tank. Tank
Oh yeah.
D-Day for Tank today, man. Do you think he'll get jail time?
Shit, I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I mean, I couldn't even give you a proper guess, bro. Like the world has changed a lot since like fucking in a very short period of time, bro. So I can't even tell you, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I think you might be right, but I just think these like it's always been the case of money talks, man. And he's
Hey,
got
man.
plenty
Go
of
ahead.
that right now.
Yeah. Well, Floyd had tons of it, man. He went in for what, 3 months?
Yeah, but was he in jail or was he in
Nah, he was in jail.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't like prison, or anything like that, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was up
he
in
was
that
in
motherfucker.
jail. He was cut off from general pop, from what I understand, but he was
Yeah,
locked down himself. See, that's what I think will happen with Tank. Like, I don't know much about it, but if I had to take a guess, if Tank was to do any time, I think it would just be a few months. I don't think he'll cop too big a whack. Like, I don't think he'll cop, too big a lag, and just
yeah, they'll put him in PC, man.
PC for a few months, and then let him out.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll be in with in the boneyard.
Yeah, or maybe just stay in his cell, like segregated,
Yeah,
Himself,
I've never been, but I mean, it's usually it's like you're just fucking by yourself, right?
Yeah, that's where we need Johnny. Johnny knows all about it.
Yeah, I really don't care, to be honest.
No,
I don't,
couldn't give a
I
fuck.
don't
see,
care.
that's
I
the
don't
thing,
want to
though.
go to prison. I'm good.
And I think every state's different, though. Even in
Yeah,
America's such a big place. Different states have different politics. You have to probably ask
Yeah.
someone
facts.
Maryland.
Yeah.
That's the state Baltimore's in, right? Maryland. Yeah.
Maryland, yeah,
Probably
correct.
have to ask someone from there that knows.
Yeah.
Does well apparently he's combined all his charges or some fucking thing and getting it all out at once. So free tank. Yeah. Puro, what do you think? Do you think just this John Ryder guy's actually got a fucking chance? Like
A chance of
snowball?
beating Canelo? I mean, they all have a chance, bro. But nah. I mean, not like a realistic one, to be honest. I mean, if
I
you
don't
want to
even.
gamble, go ahead, bro. But I mean, like,
Yeah, I don't even
kind of
think
like throwing away money.
I think he beats Benavidez too, if I'm honest.
I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, like Benavidez is yet to be challenged by somebody that can actually, give him any type of fucking, like literally we don't like. I don't know. Like on Benavidez is in like I mean, he hasn't fought anybody that's like, oh, okay, like like he hasn't fought nobody.
No,
Can tell
no,
you. Can
that's
tell you.
true.
Just to clarify, Carl, lad, you talking about Canelo beats Benavidez or Ryder?
Yeah,
You meant,
I think Canelo beats Benavidez, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'd favour Canelo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see Ryder having much. I mean, like Puro said, there's always a chance, but yeah, I really don't. I think Ryder's a solid fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he's actually not a bad fighter. He's better than what some people would give him credit for, but
Yeah.
his style just matches up to Canelo's going to eat him up. Ryder likes to come forward. He's not very fast. He's going to walk onto Canelo all day. I think Canelo's just going to pick him apart on the counter. He's going to walk onto Canelo's shots, and I think Canelo probably stop him. Maybe between 8 and 10. Might go to a decision, but I think Canelo will really push to stop this lad in the home crowd.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah. What up, Ryan? What's going on, man?
Yeah, so we got Stevie Spark on the undercard too, bro. That's gonna be
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one. He's fighting Golaz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. I think he. Fuck, is it Montana Love? He gave a good fight too. The Golaz
Yeah,
guy.
it was the one who
Yeah.
got DQ'd.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about like not Steve Spark and Montana Love. I think Montana Love fought this guy Golaz as well.
Oh, he's fought him already.
I think. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I've seen. That's like the only time I've seen him, but I could be mistaken.
I know Tim Zoo stopped him pretty quick.
Who, the Golaz guy?
Nah, Stevie Spark.
Oh, okay, yeah, that fight. Shit, did I fucking watch the fight? I probably didn't actually, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the only time I'd seen him, bro. But yeah, he's really a 140 pounder by the sound of it. Is that where he fought Montana Love at?
Yeah.
Yeah, Montana Love Spark. Yeah. He's actually bigger than that. He looks like a fucking welterweight, Steve Spark.
Yeah, well, to fight Tim Zoo at 54, he must still be quite, he must be pretty big for 40,
Yeah, he is pretty big. I mean, like the size difference between him and Montana Love was apparent, in my opinion.
He was starting to come on strong too. I think he would have given Montana Love a bit of a hiding if he hadn't.
Well, he got the W, didn't he? Because I think Montana Love got disqualified.
So. Yeah, he got disqualified. Yeah.
Yeah, he got disqualified. Yeah, no, he was on his way to kick his ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on his way. Yeah, he did fight Montana Love. Yeah. I remember watching that fight. Yeah, I remember it being really, really close.
Oh, right. So the Mexican dude fought Montana Love.
Yeah. It was a unanimous decision, and I remember it being real close. I mean, I would have like, I mean, shit, man. It could have gone either way. I mean, the judges scored it pretty close as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
They both went down in that fight.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I know that name, because he fought Montana Love.
Yeah, right. Yep. If they're gonna give my buddy Tink Tank some sugar smack cereal and video games every day in Baltimore, lock him up. He'll be all right.
Yeah, this guy, like Galaz, he's like you see his record, he has 3 losses, but he took 2 losses early. One of them was to William Cepeda, so it's like
oh shit.
Like for the average fan, he's like yeah, this guy's nothing, fucking Steve Sparks should fuck him up, but I think his record's a bit deceiving.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm interested to see how Stevie handles the fight actually, because he's been talking a lot of shit, man. He reckons he's gonna. He's the underdog, I think, in the fight too.
It's a good fight to see, like where they're at.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly right. Exactly right. To see if they're a fucking, pretender or a contender.
Exactly. I think you would, the Mexican dude, he actually lost to Montana Love, is where Steve Spark, was en route to beating him, but got disqualified. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be, I think it's like maybe like the fight that might steal the night, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I like Steve Spark. You know, I like Steve Spark.
yeah, he brings it, man. He brings it, Like,
Yeah, for
he
sure.
loves a good scrap.
Yeah. I mean, like to me, like I guess like the boxing. I don't know. Do you know a lot about him, Carl? Steve Spark?
I know a few of his fights in that, man. Yeah.
Did he start late or anything like that?
No, not really. He just sort of did the Aussie scene, man, and then yeah, now he's sort of hit the fucking. He's sort of after taking a loss to Tim Zhu, he fucking yeah, it hasn't affected him one bit, man. He's just he's hitting the international scene and making some noise, man. I think fucking good on him. Just goes to
Yeah.
show taking an L means fuck all.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I'm saying, I don't know much about him either myself, but to lose at 54, I mean, that doesn't really mean anything if he's campaigning
Nah,
at 140.
exactly. That's a bit of a yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not really his division, Like I think it's just a case of getting a fight for Tim. That's all
if,
it was.
if I remember, Brad, did he replace that lad that they've linked with Tim Zhu a couple of times? Because I think it was on short notice, if I can remember hearing that. Like
I
he
think
fought
it
Tim
was,
Zhu.
bro. I think it was short
Yeah, I
notice.
think about you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was.
So that's probably why he was out of his weight class. He was just like, "Oh fuck it, I'll step up." They probably paid him well, give him a couple
You see,
100K.
Zarafa took step aside money, bro.
Who did?
Yeah, I don't really.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't pay
Michael
much
Zarafa
attention.
was
Oh, Zarafa. Yeah, I saw that.
supposed to fight Lara, man. He fucking took step aside money. The fucking piss weak cunt. I can't stand him, mate. Fuck, he's a cat. He is just a fucking. Yeah, I can't stand the dude. He's just delaying the inevitable, Like the dude's gonna get fucking found out as soon as he fights. Even a 40-year-old Lara man would fuck Zarafa up. So I just think it's a piss weak that he's got the chance to go for a title and it still won't fucking do it. It's pretty piss weak.
He's another guy I don't know too much about either, but from what I understand, he wants that Tim Zhu fight. Getting a belt at middleweight would get himself in a better position,
Yeah, but he's never going to get the Tim Zhu fight, mate. Tim Zhu's
that's
not
what.
going to fight. Tim Zhu's
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. But if he fought Lara after he got that title, lad, that would give him more of a.
He's the Australian fucking boo-boo waiting for Canelo.
That would give him more of a you know what I mean? That would give him more something to bring to the table, bro. Being a champion at middleweight. So he should have took that Lara matchup.
I would say, like maybe like I know it's a bit conspiratorial, but just look at like the guy that Lara's fighting now. I mean, maybe the step aside is kind of like kind of like a diversion, bro. Because like I don't know,
Lara fighting now, bro?
Danny Garcia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like to me, like Danny Garcia don't deserve that fucking fight, bro.
Right. If that was a few years ago, man, Lara would beat the fuck out of Danny.
Yeah. No, it's the fight signed, sealed, delivered, and shit's got a date and everything, bro.
It's happening.
Yeah. I think Lara's gonna beat Never Living piss out of him too.
I mean, if that fight was 6 or 7 years ago, that would be brutal. Danny Garcia would be. Oh,
yeah. You know how the politics are, bro. They probably just push the referee aside. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying I'm correct, but I'm just saying.
Well, they must.
Now, once you told me that, Bureau, I really start to think, you have a great point,
He probably got paid a decent packet to fucking step aside too. I just got to give a quick shout out to the maddest Chad and all of fucking Chadland. How are you, brother?
Going on, bro?
Hey, good morning, Carl. Good morning, Jed. Good morning, Puro. Good morning, Chat Gang. Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday. I get tires today. I'm so thankful, right? I woke up. I could go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I brushed my teeth, right? Then I fucking hopped in the shower. And I'm fucking sitting there going, I'm in a shower. I'm put some shampoo, Head and Shoulders, washed up. And then I got out. I opened up the fridge. I had a refrigerator. I'm like, wow, I got a fridge with some cold water in here, some almond milk. Wow. Then I had a banana. I mean, those are the things you have to be grateful for, fellas. When you can wake up, I woke up from a bed. I was laying in a bed with blankets. Wow, I had a pillow. I mean, I'm so blessed. I'm so over the top blessed. And I'll tell you, if you can start your day off just with those basic necessities, you are fucking 99% ahead of the fucking world game. So get up, put your fucking sorrows in your fucking briefcase and fucking move on with the day. Stop being a little cunt. Move on and fucking fight, because it ain't fucking easy. It ain't easy. But you have to take those little blessings for fucking. You have to be so thankful for those little blessings, fellas. And that's my little morning church. My little morning church talk.
I concur.
That was a good little pep talk, and totally agree, mate. Just get up and fucking deal with the day and get it done. Just fucking.
Or
get
fucking
it done.
build a noose. Or build a fucking noose. I'm sick of this fucking whining and crying. Go fucking hang yourself, bro. If you're fucking done with it, put a fucking gun up your fucking mouth and end it. Because I'm sick of these fucking cunts. Get on with it. Get on with it. If it's that fucking bad, check the fuck out, bro. I'm sick and tired of these fucking Debbie Downers and fucking. Shut the fuck up. You don't even have a problem, you fucking cunt.
Hey, that's another way to go. Mad Chad, bro.
Bunch of fucking shaman saw fucking cunts. Honestly, everywhere as you go, there's a cunt on every fucking corner. But there's more good than bad. Let's not forget that. There's more good in the world than bad. It's just the bad gets all the fucking press. All the bad news gets the press.
I agree.
Squeaky wheel gets the fucking oil, man, Chad.
Yeah, man.
The fucking one that gets up and gets it. The one that gets up with the fucking before the sun starts shining. Those are the ones that get it. And the ones that fucking work hard and fucking hold the door for ladies and those are the ones that get it, that are good to the kids, that are good to their family.
Yep.
Chivalry's
Shout out
dead,
to
bruh.
Modern King Boxing. Modern King, I guess, has got a broken leg. Shout out to fucking Ron
Oh,
Finkley,
shit, really?
man.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I heard that. And I don't think Ron's one to fool around, man. Shout out to Finkley, man. Another great boxing head, Carl. Everybody knows Finkley,
Yeah.
man. That dude fucking on point.
He's a good dude,
Fucking
man.
legend. Great
Oh,
fucking
No,
guy.
I remember Finkley. Is that
yeah,
Modern
be
King,
quick.
bro?
Yeah, I didn't know that was Finkley.
Yeah, I didn't know that either,
Yeah,
lad.
yeah,
I
that's
remember
Finkley,
Finkley. He's been around for years, bro. He's a good brother, lad. He's a good
Oh,
lad, bro.
Modern King's the best. He's the best. He's got a great channel. He's always doing little clips and stuff, man. Shout out to Modern King, man. Great. There's a lot of great people here that we run across, man. And Modern King's one of them.
A lot of douchebags, too,
Brother.
but not Ron.
Well,
He's cool.
yeah, like I
Cool
say,
dude.
they get all the press,
dude.
though. They get all the press.
Right,
Everybody
right.
wants the drama show, the fucking goofballs screaming at each other. Fuck that shit. I want to talk boxing and laugh and talk about shit, not fucking people's fucking little fucking problems.
I hear you.
No, fuck the problems. It's time, it's time to fucking put your nuts back in your bag and, man up, get on with the day and fucking.
Take it like a fucking man. Take it like a man, Kyle, right?
Yeah, just fucking deliver it, mate. Just stand and deliver.
Fucking stand and deliver. That's it.
No,
That's it, fellas.
No homo,
No homo.
though.
So what's going on? Is there a fight this weekend?
Not that I know of.
I heard some Mexican dudes fighting in Mexico. That's what I heard. Word on the
Yeah.
street is some Mexican dudes fighting in Mexico.
Never heard of it.
Oh, when don't they, bro? When don't they? These motherfucking Mexicans, they be
Would
fighting all the time.
I know.
and shit.
Every fucking
They're
night there's
addicted
a
to that
fight in
shit.
Mexico.
They're addicted to that shit.
They're
bro.
addicted. They're fucking junkie. They're boxing junkies. Those
right.
Mexicans.
Right.
They really are. They're fucking savages. Wow. They're like fucking Chinese at the ping pong table. These guys are fucking killers.
Wait a minute, they box?
They
I thought
are
they
the
just
Chinese
kind of
to
like,
ping pong. Mexicans to boxing are the Chinese to ping pong. You're fucking dead right, man, Chad.
Never heard of it, bro.
They're savages. Honestly, I was talking to my friend Jason LaHulia. I mentioned him a few times, but he went to Mexico to fight Chavez Jr. there. It didn't
I remember
last
saying
long,
that
the
one
fight,
time.
but he was there for a week leading up to the fight. And he said, honestly, these fans were treating him like fucking royalty. He said he signed so many autographs. He never signed so many autographs in his life. He said they just fucking love an American fighter, and I think they liked his style. They knew we weren't going to run around from Chavez. But I'm just saying, he just said he felt like that's the one time he said, I felt like a rock star. His picture was above the stadium. There was some, advertising going on. It was a pay-per-view event, I think. I bought the fucking pay-per-view event. I got fucking robbed. But, it was. I'm just saying, you can say what you want, but I'll tell you, these people, they fucking love boxing, and they respect. Believe me, Ryder's thinking he's a fucking king right now. These fucking they love fucking boxers. They love Ryder's story. He'll have fans there. He'll have people rooting for Canelo, but if he performs well, he's gonna leave there with a fucking shitload of fans.
I mean, like, no matter what happens, brother, they're gonna respect him.
Hey,
they will respect.
Yeah. That's what I dig about the Mexican fans over there, and I heard the British fans are like that too. That's cool.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, but I think the Mexicans are just. I think it's the national sport of Mexico, isn't it?
Nah, soccer is.
Nah. Soccer's bigger than boxing over there, like.
Yeah.
But that's what they say, though. But I think they do better at boxing.
No. I mean, no. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Better. But
that's
soccer's
all the
better than
glory is
football.
boxing. All the glory is boxing, but soccer gets all the all the press and
Coverage. If
all the
Mexico
I
ever
all
win a
that.
World Cup, you look how that country will shut down. It'll be like
Yeah,
pandemonium.
The
shit.
World
Even
Cup's
over
in
here,
America. The next World Cup's in America.
It is. You're
whenever the
right. America, Mexico, and Canada, all in three
oh,
countries, you're gonna have games.
facts, facts.
I've got to get over there, bro. Got to get over there. You
Yeah,
my
get over
brothers.
here,
There's
brother.
some games
Watch
up
that
in
shit, bro.
Boston. There'll be games in Boston. I might just go down and just check one out just for the whole
Oh,
hoopla
man,
of it, you
Chad,
know.
you'll
Just
Nah,
hate
nah,
it.
that'd be an experience, bro.
Oh, it's boring. Fucking shin grabbers. They're a bunch of sooks. They really are. They're a bunch of fucking sooks.
probably yeah.
Salute to
But
Very
you know,
Boston.
hey,
feminine. It's
What
a
up, Mark?
very feminine. It's very vagina. It's a very vagina orientated sport. I'm sorry, but soccer is gay as fucking Bud Light.
Yeah,
That's funny shit.
yeah, lads, you don't fuck with it at all, bro. I was the only lad that ever watched it when I was younger. Everyone hated
I
it. Like,
fucking hate
What,
soccer.
soccer?
They hate
It
it.
sucks.
Yeah, the only lads I could talk to were like the Greek, the Mediterranean lads. Like,
Mm.
everyone else hated it.
So it's not popular in Australia?
Nah,
No.
Not really. Nah, it's not. It's not.
nah.
Be
Kind
honest.
of a sport. We like gladiator sport, like where you bash each other and fucking. You know, when we play football, we don't use pads or helmets or any of that shit.
Yeah.
I've never watched a full soccer game in my life.
I couldn't, Mad Chad. If I was chained to a chair, I'd need my eyelid. If my
See,
eyelid
I'm like that with cricket, Carl. I'm like that with cricket. Like cricket would be torture for me. I had to watch that.
I just can't watch a game of soccer. It's just too much fucking theatrics and fucking I'm not a
Yeah,
big
that
fan.
shit is that shit is a turn off for a lot of people. I understand that. That is fucking.
Yeah, like I don't mind the old soccer, like the old days where they, you know, the 80s and the fucking 90s, and you know, looking at guys like Maradona and Pele and guys like that. Like that was an era of soccer, man, where you could look back and go, they were tough cunts. But today, man, it's just a little bit feminine. They shave their legs, like they just want to be ladies.
When they start doing that shit.
Yeah.
But like you said, but see, it's not. It isn't. It's a sport more about skill, you know, than
hmm
you know. That's
Yeah,
how it is.
it's just I just like
You're not gonna.
sports where
I mean, yeah, it's
people
definitely
get
not.
hurt.
I love
If
it.
they
Yeah,
had
yeah,
a
right.
fight in it, if they could fight and put them in a penalty box, you know what I mean? That would
Yeah.
add so much to soccer, like hockey. You know what I mean? There's a scrap. Messi's in a fight. You know, it's like
No, hockey's fun. I played hockey in high school.
Hockey has the best fights, I think, out of the team sport.
Yeah, I
They
reckon
really
too.
let the
I
lads
love
go
it's
at it.
gone sharp and soft. It's gone sharp and soft. I watched the whole Bruins fucking series. They didn't fight one time. I'm like, what the fuck kind of hockey are we watching?
Since the pandemic hit, I used to be a season ticket holder for the Kings, bro. I haven't seen a hockey game since the fucking pandemic.
Isn't black and
Yeah.
brown a king?
No, that's basketball. That's the basketball team, Carl. He's
Oh,
from
right.
Sacramento.
I'm talking about Los
Yeah.
Angeles Kings, LA
Here we
Kings.
go. We've got someone on the panel that can tell us about soccer.
Right? Who it is?
What's going on, Mark?
Oh shit! What up, Mark?
Hello. One sec.
How are you, mate?
Go ahead, man.
Mark the spot.
How are you, Mark? No, just feel free to say nothing.
He said 1 sec.
No, I did say 1 sec. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you now. How are you, mate?
Cool. I'm good. How's everyone doing?
Oh,
How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
upright
Thanks,
and out
man.
of sight.
Blessed. Blessed,
That's
Mark.
great.
How are you,
Hey,
stranger?
Carl.
Hope all is well
Carl,
with
you
Mark.
know who that is?
Hope all well is.
It looks like
I'm
Marty
good.
Bryant.
I knew you wouldn't know that, lad.
That's fucking the Dutch player, no?
No, not Dutch.
No,
He's
no?
Norwegian.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the highest goal scorer in the game at the moment, Carl.
Oh
50
yeah,
goals.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you just
Oh, right.
Erling fucking Haaland, boys. That's the
Looks
man
like-
right there.
Definitely looks
Norwegian
like a lady.
wood.
Definitely looks like a lady.
Dude looks like a lady.
He does not look like a lady. He's one ugly motherfucker. That picture is not doing him justice.
Hey, Carl, I
Is that
knew you'd be
Pigeon?
like, who the fuck is that, Carl? I knew you'd be like, who
Is that Pigeon's cousin?
No.
Fuck.
No, that's about 6'5", 220 pounds of raw Viking fucking power.
Looks more
Well, that's
like
what Pigeon is, but Birmingham. He fucking had Peter Von Ark fucking shook, man. Wow.
Oh, I saw it on Dick Justice. Fucking Mendoza put it up. Peter got his shirt off. And fucking, he's really ready to tango.
Yeah, from 5,000 miles away.
All right, chicken in his boots.
Oh man, it was funny. Pigeon's the funniest cunt. Pigeon's the funniest cunt ever. Oh man, he's got some good names.
He's still fucked
Yeah.
right up.
I just mad Chad. While I got you, do you think Tank goes to prison?
No.
No.
Mm.
Okay. Mark, what's your thoughts?
I have absolutely no knowledge of the American judicial system.
That's what I said, and I live in America.
Yep.
My thing would be he has enough money to probably not.
Yeah.
That's what my understanding is.
Yeah, I don't think the glove fit.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't think the glove fit. I think the glove was too small. I think the glove may have been off a Barbie doll, not Tank. I know Tank's similar stature to a Barbie doll, but I don't think he's going to prison. I think money talks and bullshit walks, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
A glove won't fit if you've got a fistful of dollars, right?
Yeah,
of course it will. Especially if you load that glove with Benjamins. You load that glove with Benjamins, you're laughing. Little under the counter deal. The judge is happy.
Absolutely.
He's got his fucking holiday house in Cancun, and yeah, everyone fucking goes home. No one has to
Well,
get straight.
did you guys hear about Mark Breland setting up fucking Deontay Wilder? That was Mark Breland's second cousin, the arresting officer. I mean, no one's talked about that yet. Once again, Wilder set up by Breland.
Oh, what? They arrested him? They arrested Wilder.
That's funny shit.
Oh, that's hilarious. Is that a little narrative?
Oh yeah, Wilder got arrested for having firearms or something in Cali.
Yeah.
Breland set him up. No one's talking about it.
I like it, Mad Chad. I like it.
No one talks about it, though. Honestly, Breland's not to be trusted. He tried to kill him. If we don't remember, Breland tried to kill the guy one time with spiked water. I mean, Breland's got an axe to grind.
Facts.
My God.
That is funny fucking shit. Oh, I love Mad Chad. I love his angle. Oh, that's a fucking great angle.
I mean, what the fuck's this heavyweight champ riding around at 1:30 in the morning in a Rolls Royce with a fucking gun smoking weed? I mean, come on, bro.
Sounds like a good time to me, shit.
Sounds like a whole load of fun.
Sounds like a champion lifestyle, ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Sounds like a real champ.
Fair fucking play to him. This just sounds fucking sick.
I'd be riding around in the limousine, you know what I mean? Smoking a blunt in the back with someone else driving.
Was he driving?
I think he was driving.
And that's what's got me all up in arms about Tank. Like, what vehicle could Tank drive where he could see over the steering wheel?
They have booster seats, Carl. He's probably got a booster seat.
But he'd have to have booster pedals, too, to match his
And he wears high
seat.
heels, too, though. His high heels work good with the pedals. I mean, high heels, booster seat. He could drive a Hummer.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I fucked that up again.
To be fair, most muscle cars in general tend to be low down anyway.
Yeah.
So, and most sports cars as well.
Yep, they are low riders.
Is anyone putting their $5,000 on fucking John Ryder? Is there any Dusty Storms on the panel tonight?
No, you'd have to be completely fucking retarded to bet fucking Ryder.
Nah, man. If you haven't been watching The Zone on Twitter, man, Boxing Talk with Ade up there, giving some great insight. He's always called him the English Canelo because he's aggressive and he has a beard and stuff. That was the insight we got from The Zone. He has a beard.
He does look just like him. I'll give him that.
They call him a gorilla for a reason, guys. They call him the gorilla for a reason.
He should dye his hair red.
$5,000 on $5,000 on John Ryder. What's John Ryder's odds?
18-1 underdog, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Can we make him a 500-1 underdog, and then I might bet 10 cents?
Good money. Those odds.
If
What's it,
anybody out there is actually thinking of betting on John Ryder, be a good person and go down to your local charity and give them the money. Just give them the money. Don't give it to your bookies. Give it to a charity.
Or set it on
Amen.
fire. Set it on fire.
No, give it to a church. Set it on fire. Fuck's sake.
Why not set it on fire?
Because you could just give
Mark,
it to a
do you have
charity,
any
brother.
fucking Mark, do you have Instagram or anything? I've lost complete contact with you unless I see you on a panel, and I kind of miss you, Mark. I really kind of had a lot of love. I still have a lot of love for you, but I miss hearing your takes, talking basketball, and you're the smartest boxing dude on here, and I just miss you, brother.
I can message you on Instagram. Do you still have Twitter?
Yes, I do, Mark. Yeah.
I'll follow you there. It will be with an account that seems extremely historical in terms of the picture and stuff. Okay.
10-4. Someone sent me a message on Instagram from Ireland, and I thought it was you, an Irish person. I'm like, Mark, good to hear your voice. How you doing? And whoever was texting me back, they go, who the fuck's Mark? I go, I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else. But I went on and on. Mark, you're back to the spot. Let's go. Now, the guy's like, who the fuck is Mark? I'm like, wrong person.
Yeah, but Matt Chat's spitting facts, bro. You're like one of the 10
This is Mark for
motherfuckers
sure.
on YouTube that like actually talks boxing.
Oh, well, I'm retired,
Yeah.
right?
Facts.
I'm
All
retired.
good, bro. Enjoy your retirement, bro.
All
When you
boxers
be
retire.
on this shit, I like you guys are all around the 2-3 years now on this platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you get towards a decade, like you'll start to realize it's fucking bollocks. Or you'll probably realize that like a year ago, but you don't give a fuck about any of the bollocks.
I like to troll.
Yeah,
I'm
a lot
still
of
here. That's why I'm still here. to be
Lot
honest.
of ballers.
So
So true. But there are a few places you go, you get a good couple laughs, you learn a little bit about boxing. You know what I mean? It's good to chop it up.
Sure.
I do appreciate like the cow. There's a few, but like you say, the majority is complete fucking garbage. I mean, they had a big debate last night about Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. Fucking all.
why? Why?
That's what I'm saying. Are they that fucking retarded?
I was debating about that in 2014, bro.
That's what
Let's
I'm
get the
saying,
fuck away
man.
from this shit.
Thank you, Mom.
Also, we had the after party of the debate as well.
Oh my god. Okay.
I was there.
It went to an after party of the debate, so we went further than that. And you want to know something?
Of a fight that is never going to happen.
There were 50 people in the chat. There were 50
Wanting to
people
kill
on
each other
Fox's
over it.
channel.
Wanting to kill each other.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, man.
It's off its fucking head, is what it is.
Oh, it's completely fucked up.
If Bud and Earl had the same energy as these fucking debaters and chatters,
Oh.
bro, they would have
They'd
fought
be
like
on a
8 times
trilogy.
by now, bro.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Fucking hell,
It's
bro.
just nah, man. There's too many fights like that. Apparently, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua are gonna fight again for the 57th time or something, according to Eddie Hearn. That's another load of bollocks. That super card out in Saudi Arabia. That's like if anybody here genuinely gets their hopes up that Eddie Hearn, who promotes one of these 3 fighters,
Right.
is about to put on a $400 million bumper card you have your shite and bucketfuls. It's not happening. I'll tell you, because he keeps saying like, "Oh yeah, Fury versus Usyk and Wilder versus AJ," right?
Yeah.
Sure, Fury's about to fight Kubrat Pulev.
Shit, I heard he's
Yeah.
fucking trying to fight fucking Ruiz,
I
bro.
heard that.
Come on, Mark. Unreal.
I
Where's
heard
that
Pulev
tattoo,
next.
Mark? You thought you were getting that. I thought we were getting that Usyk tattoo.
I will get that tattoo the day, like I said, that Fury and Usyk fight each other for undisputed, and Usyk wins.
Hmm.
I said that. If Usyk beats Tyson Fury for under, or even if he doesn't beat Tyson Fury, I'll even make it like this: if Usyk manages to become an undisputed heavyweight champion, I'll fucking get that tattoo, no problem. It's a sick tattoo to get.
It is. It is.
It's a Ukrainian astronaut walking on the moon overlooking Earth.
It's fucking amazing.
There's nothing better than that. That's a sick tattoo.
That really is,
very
man.
original.
Fucking awesome.
So, yeah, it comes from his ring walk against AJ, doesn't it, Chad? When he went out there with the jackset on and all that.
That was fucking awesome. Oh, the blue ceiling, the blue fucking visor. He had a spacesuit on, Mark. That was epic, bro. And yeah, come on, Fury, Mark. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think that's the biggest letdown of 2023 so far for me personally. Is I thought for sure we were gonna get it. It was trending that way with Usyk at the fight, Fury running his mouth, him calling him greedy belly, and then all of a sudden. It's like it took the air out of my sails big time because I was looking so forward to that fight. Not only just for Usyk, I think it's just a great fight, and I think that's the biggest letdown this year for me personally in boxing is the Fury Usyk not happening.
I mean, they conned you good, man, Chad, bro. I mean, Fury's a fucking clown, bro. The only motherfucker's gonna fight is Deontay Wilder again, bro.
Yeah, exactly right. You know that number 4 is coming. You know that whole WBC bullshit is coming. And it's coming with the thunder.
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
How can you not?
Yeah, I'm a Mark, to be honest. I don't give a fuck either.
I want to see fucking undisputed at heavyweight.
Oh.
I don't care anymore about that either. And
I know, right?
At this stage, it doesn't matter, man. Look, November 1999, Carl. November 1999. It's a different millennium. The last time we had 2 fucking heavyweight champions unified to become undisputed. It's a different millennium. Not a different decade, not a different century, not a different fucking year. A millennium, brother. It was in the last millennium.
Yeah.
And in literally the easiest, in my opinion, the easiest division to fucking become undisputed, bro, because there's nowhere to go. You can't move up. You can't, there's like less shenanigans to be had.
Yeah, facts,
all that money.
And like, and by the way, I'm gonna say something that'll bother folks. Alexander Usyk is the reason we don't have an undisputed champion.
You think?
Because he upset the apple cart.
Because he beat AJ. If he didn't beat AJ and Fury would have fought. They would have because of the money for the 2 of them. And because Fury would have believed he could beat AJ. With Usyk, he's unsure. And there's not enough money.
And the money's guaranteed with AJ and Fury. The money's guaranteed.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Usyk fucked it up. He did, Mark. That's a fact. I thought about that too. I go, if Usyk didn't beat AJ, because that AJ Fury fight that was announced. I remember all over YouTube, AJ and Fury. Eddie Hearn even said it. It's happening, and then whatever happened. But then Usyk comes along and fucking up. He tipped over the apple cart, and that's that. Mark, you're right. It's because of Usyk. Because you just said it. He thinks he could beat AJ, and he's very unsure of beating Usyk. So greedy belly sits there, and now he's going to fight. Who did he say he's fighting, Mark?
Could be Pulley.
Oh my God.
Could be Pulley.
Come on.
Kubrat Pulev.
Unfortunately for Usyk, in his own living room, they don't know who he is, bro.
That's not true, man. That's not true. Hold on now. Let's not slander a man who is actually quite famous at the moment. He is very famous internationally now.
Really?
Like all across Europe. Yeah, of course. He's really big in Europe. Especially like in Germany and shit like that. He's very famous.
Stand corrected.
And he's pretty much a household name in the UK. I mean, come on, man. He went to the UK, he beat Anthony Joshua, he knocked out Tony Bellew, and he beat Derek Chisora. That'd make you a huge name in the UK.
He beat him twice.
Then why are they trying to fucking sell that fight in Saudi Arabia, bro? I mean, to me, Saudi Arabia is like literally where you go when you can't sell, but you want a big purse.
Well, it's not. It is literally money, brother. Like, it's pure money. Eddie Hearn is talking about that being a $400 million card. To put that put it into emphasis, when AJ and Klitschko fought each other, the entire everything from the pay-per-views and everything grossed £68 million. 68 million from pay-per-views all the way down to the gates. And they were able to pay off everything and make mad profit off of it. 68 million, selling out 90,000 at Wembley.
All right.
And pay-per-views combined. Because of the prices. The prices aren't that 80 pounds for a pay-per-view, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tickets weren't $5,000 for a front row. I was in row 15 at that fight myself. I know exactly how much that cost. It was 185 quid. It was 185. Really fucking good considering, bro, it's an 80,000 fucking seat arena.
Why
and
didn't
I'm
you get
there.
front row, you tight ass? Why didn't you get front row, you tight ass?
Because they were sold out in 11 seconds.
Stop your nonsense. As if you weren't on the waiting list.
Well, real smart though, you know. Fucking show was fucking packed.
I got the closest ticket I could get, mate. Fucking next to impossible to get a front row ticket to a fight like that. They're all sold to companies and shit.
And literally the last great heavyweight fight, in my opinion, bro. That fucking fight was awesome.
Oh, it was amazing. I don't think it's the last great heavyweight fight because as much as we want to give Fury and Wilder shit, that trilogy fight was something special. It was something special. Too many knockdowns.
And I know what it. I mean, like for me, I knew what it was. Like, I mean, like shit, bro. Yeah. I still like all three combined. Like just like kind of like because I kind of already knew what was gonna happen in that fight. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen versus AJ and Klitschko, you know, and ended up being right, you know, like shit, bro. It was like fucking.
There's been some really good heavyweight fights, though. There really has, like that people don't really give credit to. Like one of my personal favorite heavyweight fights, like as a duo fight composition, was Chisora and Dillian White. The two fights, I thought both those fights were great, fantastic fights. I also think Dillian White and Joseph Parker was a class fight.
I gotta watch them because I don't watch those fights. To be honest,
I even think Wilder versus Ortiz had a lot of drama. The first one, not the second one. Second one, shit.
I saw those. You know, I'm American and all and shit. You know.
Yeah. Sure, Ruiz Areola was fun. Wasn't great, but it was fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree.
So there's lots of fun fights. What was it? Kovnatsky and Areola was fucking fun.
Well, shit, AJ and Ruiz, the first one, you know, like historic and all and shit, you know.
Oh, that's a great fight.
Yeah.
It's a great fight. You have a fat Mexican getting dropped and then getting up and whipping that ass.
No.
It's fucking funny as hell.
No, for sure.
The second fight was trash.
Yeah. The second fight, I can stand it.
But yeah, as far as great fights, all-time classics, you might be right. I think AJ Klitschko is probably the best heavyweight fight we've had in the last 10 years.
I agree with you, man. I mean, like just in skill, bro. Like I mean, like to me, it's like the best I've ever seen AJ. You know, Klitschko obviously was not at his peak, but I mean, like fuck, bro. I mean, he did way better than he did against Fury and shit.
Oh, there's so much drama in that fight. Multiple drops. You felt like either guy could be stopped. You thought Klitschko was going to stop AJ after the 6th round. You thought AJ was done. He ended up getting that second win, coming on strong late. Like, really topsy-turvy kind of fight. And both guys were a bit cagey in the beginning.
Yep.
But what made that fight was Klitschko let his hands go. It wasn't because of AJ, in my opinion. It was because Klitschko actually fought. He decided to sit with him and bang after a while. And that made it really fucking fun. Because if he had kept doing the same steps, you know, like bouncing around the ring and shit, would have been boring as hell.
Yeah. I don't remember ever being a big like Vladimir fan. You know, to be honest, I was more of a Vitaly fan. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh, but we do need that division to pick up and get some good fights. I mean, Zhilei Zhang and Joe Joyce flattered to deceive. It was really fun while it lasted. But, like, that could have been better, and apparently they're going to rematch, so I don't fucking care.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm surprised with the Chinese dude, because I remember when he fought the the American guy from around where I live, bro. He looked horrible, bro.
Jerry
Then we fought,
Forrest.
yeah, Forrest, yeah. And then we fought Hergovich. He like fuck. He was like a different fighter and shit. I'm like, oh shit. All right.
Well, you do know about the thing with Gilles Jean going into the Forest fight, right?
Mm,
He had 2 kidney infections and stuff like that.
mm.
So,
What about the other fights?
like,
They were kind of trash.
I don't know about that. To be honest, I
Yeah,
thought he
outside
looked
is
fine
any
against
yeah.
everybody else. I thought he looked average, and then against Forrest he looked terrible, and
Yeah.
then against Hergovich he won that fight,
Yeah.
and against Joe Joyce, man, Joe Joyce's defense was awful.
Yeah. It's not known for his defense.
Slow Joe.
Slow
Real
Joe.
slow Joe. Ismail Salas
Then-
ain't helping him. Like I say, it doesn't matter who's your trainer if you just are what you are. You know.
Yeah, but I think
big-
had the eye of not closed, it would have been different. It would have played out. I think it would have played out different.
I don't know, bro.
You
Like,
know something,
go ahead, bro.
dude? It don't matter, bro, if the eye closed or not. Joyce was getting hurt by those left hands. He was, and
That's the point I was
There's
trying to
a
make.
good-
He was getting his ass kicked.
he might have got fucking sparked, bro. Because when his eye was fine and open, he was still getting clipped with those motherfuckers every time, and those motherfuckers were landing hard. That was 280 pounds of communist China power landing clean on that face. The reason his eye fucking closed up is because he had no defense.
Mark, and those punches were so, like you say, they were landing hard. They were right at the perfect extension. You know what I mean? Like some
Yeah.
punches you see, they're not right there full power. He was fucking Joyce up right at. I mean, it was like I say, it looked like a mismatch to me. It looked like a whole different level fighter. Zhang looked so much better. His footwork, his everything, his punching, his combinations, and his accuracy. I mean, he couldn't miss that eye. And
Well, he's
you know,
always been he's always been a good boxer, Zhang. Like, because everyone talked about. I remember seeing a lot of breakdowns because I went from channel to channel to listen to breakdowns, and everyone was just like, "Oh, Zhang an Olympian, Joyce a silver medalist. Zhang's a bronze medalist and a silver medalist at the Olympics. He went to 2 Olympic games.
I didn't know that.
Make no mistake about 2008 and 2012. Make no mistake about it. Like, that's a serious dude. That dude did well at World Championships. He did well at like the Asian Games. He's a 2-time Asian champion. Like, that's not easy to do when you consider like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan have all those heavyweights and shit, like guys like Jalalov and stuff through the years, and they're in the Asian Games. So when he's coming along and he's winning those fucking championships in the past as well, but big guys like that and fucking Deutschko and shit competing in those competitions against him. Like, he was one of the top 10 amateurs in the world pretty much for 8 years. He can fight.
It makes
Yeah,
sense
He can
now.
fucking fight.
It definitely makes sense now.
What do you think, Mark? What the fuck is Jalalov doing?
Oh, fuck off with him. I'm fucking pissed. This motherfucker is in and out of the amateurs faster than fucking, like, I don't know, my porn career, bro.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no, it's devastating, to be honest, because he's such a good fighter. He's so good. But, like, I don't know. I think it's because of the government funding and stuff like that. There's more money for him and a better life in Uzbekistan to really compete in the amateurs
Yep.
than in pro boxing. Because he has no promotional deal, really, as such. Who's he with? Is he with Loeffler? Or is he with the Belly? It doesn't matter which one of them he's with. Yeah, but that was like true Loeffler or the Bella. Because you know,
we
like
should sign
the
with
Bella.
Don King.
Oh, yeah, that's what you should do.
Well, better than
I
what
saw
he's
him
doing
fight at the
fucking now.
Regis fight. That's why I thought.
Did
maybe
I
he
hear?
was, like, with
Did I hear
Probella.
the murmur that Regis signed with Top Rank? He left Probella.
I thought he signed with Matchroom, no?
Was it Matchroom? Sorry.
I mean, I'm
Tyson-
confused because like he tweeted something saying that it was fake news. So I'm confused.
Yeah. There's been reports going around about it. Regis hasn't come out and said one clear thing or whatever. If I was Regis, I would go with Top Rank personally because there's just a lot more action at 140 for him with Top Rank. There's a lot of fights. There's primetime main events to be made on ESPN there from. They can get him in there with Zepeda main event. That they can get him in there with Ramirez, Barboza. All these guys, that's all main event fights. He can make mad money. Like, he can make a few mil.
He doesn't sell though, Mark, to be honest,
Tio
bro.
going?
He doesn't sell, man.
He might not sell, but those fights sell.
Nah,
Think of it.
I mean, like I was at his title shot against Zepeda, and like literally it was half empty, bro, and like it was crazy. I mean, just like he was literally fighting a Mexican fighter in California, bro. It's just like
put Regis on versus Ramirez in Fresno. It's selling.
Oh yeah, in Fresno, yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I don't know. They're doing a lot of goofy shit, talking about like they're ducking each other or some bullshit. I have no idea.
Still, they need to do it in the right locations, and they can sell and they can make money. Like, they can get this fella $1 million a fight. They can't get him $1 million a fight.
Yeah,
and they can make the money on it.
Yeah,
fighting Ramirez. Do you know what else, bro? Depending on how this Teofimo Taylor fight goes, they could do a rematch there as well. They could do the Prograis versus Taylor fight again, and in the UK, that sells, brother. That sells in the UK because like last time, especially if they did it in Scotland, it sells big time. Probably 35,000 seats, I reckon, because the Scots really, 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 really grew to love Regis after that fight with Taylor, and they grew to love Taylor too, right? So getting that rematch on. Again, or even if Regis fought Tio, if Tio was coming off of a win against Josh, that'd be big for Tio, right?
Yeah, I think that would sell. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but is Tio done with Top Rank after he's mouthing off? Like,
that's what he's saying. Who do you have in that fight, Mark? Tio or Taylor?
Taylor. If Taylor makes the way healthy, I've got Taylor.
Oh.
I want to see him on the scale, man.
Yeah.
I want to see round one, bro. Like the fucking what's it called? The inactivity, bro. I think I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a big.
No, I need to see him on that scale. Inactivity is huge, but like,
yeah, it is.
The scale's more important. It's way more important to scale for me with Josh now, because for me, like the only reason the last fight with Catterall was so. Well, I thought Catterall won. I don't know about you fellas, but watching it and everything, Josh's punch resistance waned, didn't it? Like, it wasn't as good as it used to be, and that's an effect of weight.
It was a scrappy fight, man. It was a horrible fight to try and pick. You know, like it was.
Oh, it was weird.
Yeah.
Is Catterall any kind of a puncher?
Is who?
Not notably. He's all right. He's got, like, one of those guys who has respectable get the fuck off me kind of pop. Like, he can crack you with one and you're like, all right, yeah, I need to be aware of that. Yeah. Like, it's not going to knock me the fuck out. But Josh, Catterall doesn't hit harder than Baranchik. He doesn't hit harder than Ramirez. And he doesn't hit harder than Regis fucking Prograis. Because Prograis hits like a fucking truck. Yeah, he doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as those guys, right? He just doesn't. So, the very fact Catterall dropped him clean like that, man, that's punch resistance. So that's weight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he's been making that weight for so long. And let's be real, you put Josh Taylor next to Errol Spence, there's not much of a size disparity. He's a big dude. If Josh, like, really worked on it, he could probably get up to, like, 154 eventually. Like, he is a big guy. He's not no small fucking 140 pounder.
JT's in his 30s, right? In his 30s, right?
Yeah, he's not young no more, neither.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You got Mad Chad back in the building.
No, he left.
All right, he's gone again.
Do you think Taylor pieces Lopez up, Mark, or you think it's close? Or
no, like I said, man, I want to see him on the scale, and as Porto said, and you agreed with, you need to see those first two fucking rounds. But I'm picking Josh on One, how Tio has looked recently. Two, Tio's mentality. And three, size and skills pays the bills. And Josh has both.
I think Josh.
It's
I think Josh has been in bigger fights. I mean, the Loma fight was massive, but
it was massive, right? It was massive, but I think Josh has been in higher pressure situations, right?
Yeah.
So World Boxing Super Series final against Regis, high pressure fucking situation. Then Josh, when he went over, as much as people want to shit on Ramirez, which I can't stand because I like Ramirez.
You're cracking up there, Chad.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I hear Burrow.
Boom, boom. You sound better. You sound better.
Having trouble, but I have a little trouble connecting. You know, I'm kind of up in. It's Baldwin, Maine. It's probably about an hour away from Portland. Just up in the country, so to speak. And I'm just on my way to work, just working. And I'm in the building. Mark's in the building. Shout out to Irish. Shout out to Ireland, Canadian Mark. We got Burrow. We got Carl, the gracious host. Great chat. I can't really see the chat, but shout out to everybody in the chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. God bless.
God bless. And by the way, I would just like to make a small, tiny announcement. Very tiny announcement. I received word and letter, and within the next 6 weeks or so, I will officially have Canadian citizenship, gentlemen.
Congratulations.
Well,
Fucking right. He's got his hockey stick. He's fucking rooting for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Edmonton Oilers.
And he's
a hockey fan. I see Mark at all these hockey channels.
Actually, Chad, I'm a big NBA guy. NBA.
I know, Mark. Mark, later on, let's talk NBA if you're up and about. If you get me on Twitter, because I got some work to do on my car. And I'm just going to be talking NBA and stuff. I'd love to have you. I'll send you the link. We could just chop it up for the NBA because it always gets back and talk about the NBA. I know Kyle doesn't give a fuck about it. Burrow really hasn't cared since fucking Kobe Bryant.
I don't know. Porto might start to care. Right now, the Warriors are fucking even up.
Keep an eye on Denver. No one's talking about them.
I bet on them.
It's different for me, Mark.
I bet on them midway through the regular season.
Like those sports were like very social sports for me. Like I don't leave my fucking house unless I go to work or take my daughter out and shit, bruh. So like I don't think I'll ever watch basketball or baseball or football ever again.
Yeah, you will. If I'm in Cali, I'll hit you up and I'll be like, "Hey, yo, let's go to a Lakers game."
No, I'm down with that. That's what I'm saying. Social, and it's like, because I never if I watch like any other sport other than like boxing, obviously, like it would be at a bar or I'd go like to the venue or have like buddies over the house and shit. It's just different now.
Yeah, for sure. But where was it? It was on the pressure, wasn't it? It was talking about pressure.
Ramirez.
And people have been shitting on Ramirez a lot recently, but at that time, no one was shitting on him. And I don't like people shitting on Ramirez either because the man, yeah, okay, there's been a couple of fights he's pulled out of, right? Whatever, most fighters have. Nearly every fighter has. But Ramirez has fought nearly everybody in that division. Practically everyone. So he's a complete proven commodity. And at that time, unbeaten in his own backyard.
Absolutely. I had him.
Yeah. In my humble opinion, was beating the ever-living shit out of Josh Taylor until Josh Taylor landed that upper. Put the fight on his head.
I thought the fight was close in general, to be honest with you, bro. Just completely. I thought it was just one of those really good fights. Taylor managed to get that win. That's high pressure. High pressure. You're from the UK. You're away. You're out in California. You're surrounded by what? A few thousand screaming Californian Mexicans.
Yep.
That's intense, bro. Like, yeah, okay, Tio had that Loma fight, but there wasn't that level of pressure. And that was also wasn't that behind closed doors? Completely?
And I think that was open air, open. I think that where he
I
fights.
can't remember.
I don't
I
know. I don't
haven't
know. I don't
watched
know.
it
I
in a
wasn't
while.
there.
I
I wasn't
haven't
there.
watched it in a while, like, so I can't
Mhm.
remember. But I just think like pressure, mentality, bit of craziness. Because as crazy as Tio is, isn't Josh a bit of a nutcase himself? Yeah, I just
Very
think
much.
and he's massive. So if he makes the weight healthy, and he shakes off ring rust quick, Tio can't be out there looking to pot shot with a guy like Taylor who's southpaw and that big. He can't be looking to pot shot, which is what Tio does. He waits for you and then goes for it, and he doesn't have the volume. So I look at it like this: if you were to take George Kambosos and make George Kambosos the best version of himself humanly possible and turn him southpaw, that's Josh Taylor versus Ramirez. So Tio's in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Tio's look fucking terrible. G'day, Jimmy. How are you, bro?
Salute, lads. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, I really want to agree with Mark, but I just have a gut feeling that Teofimo is going to win. It's kind of like the similar feeling I was having when he went into the Lomachenko fight. I just feel like the cards are kind of, the stars are in line for him. Taylor has got a history of injuries, struggling at the weight, looked very poor in his last fight. And I think a lot of it has caught up to him. Obviously, outside the ring, if you're from the UK, it's well known his issues with alcohol and cocaine. I mean, that's been well documented recently. Um, and again, the layoff as well. I think like stylistically, Taylor's sort of aggressive style will kind of play into the hands of a guy like Teofimo, tall guy, athletic, very good counter puncher. And I feel like the jab he used against Lomachenko, right? Especially in that fight when he was kind of sort of neutralizing the angles, turning with him. He had the sharp right hook trigger, right hand trigger. Sorry, I think it'll work quite well against Taylor. He's a younger guy. I think at this stage he probably wants it more. I feel like with Josh, he's pretty much achieved everything he's wanted in life and more. As far as money and accomplishments. And even though I'd love to see Josh, stomp the fuck out of Teofimo and send him home in an ambulance. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win the fight. I think stylistically and where both men are in their careers right now, I think Teofimo will probably win on like a split decision.
Well, that's the intrigue, isn't it, Jimmy? Now, I don't think if Tio doesn't knock Josh out, I don't think he's winning that on points. Not with his comments recently.
Oh
Not with
shit,
his
you're right.
comments recently.
Actually
Not a
I forgot that
fucking
I didn't.
chance.
Oh, that
Not a
was
fucking hope in
intelligent.
hell, bro, with those comments.
What,
Wait. What was that, Mark?
what?
I'm sorry.
Right, what a smart guy he is. Tio's a fucking genius.
Like, he literally comes out and says if Top Rank wants all the black fucking fighters, they can have him.
Mm-hmm.
They can fucking have him. I'm leaving. Like, bro, that's not what you want to do in America today. That is
No,
not something you want to do.
no,
They've
that's not
just
mustache.
completely. The very fact that 75% of the judges and refs in America are black isn't going to fucking help.
Yeah.
They have a lot of black
Well,
judges.
the African
They do,
tattoo
yes.
might help
They do?
him. He has that African tattoo on his back. Africa. He's
You know
fighting
what?
on Juneteenth. He's fighting on Juneteenth.
See, this was a fact that Mark's actually, it's really good that he's highlighted this because originally I thought the politics would favor him, young Latino kid, he's from
No
that sort of
more.
area of the world as well, So I thought maybe Top Rank would see, an American
But
Latino with the
also,
market in New York.
they're both top rank, aren't they? They're both top rank.
Yeah.
Tio has previously shown a disservice to top rank, right? When he did the whole Porsche thing with the zone, and now he's saying he's leaving them. Who the fuck is Bob going to invest in?
That's true.
Yeah, but the thing about the comments though, Mark, like both of these dudes have said I don't mean the what Tio said. I don't see what that has anything to do with racial. I still don't understand what he I've heard that clip like 10 times. I don't know what he meant. Keep your black fighters. I brought you Bud Light. Hmm, interesting. But anyways, I mean it's I mean to me it's not any different than like fucking whatchamacallit, Bud suing Bob Arum for fucking discrimination or racism or whatever, or fucking Floyd Mayweather saying that fucking Bob Arum favored Hispanic fighters. back in the day, when like
Yeah,
everybody,
that's
who knew
fine.
that
But
he
like,
favored
look, I
the
get you.
Soldier
But
Boy,
look at look
Yeah.
at look at Bud though. Bud fought David Avanesha on an unknown card after the whole situation, on a completely fucking unknown card to anybody, where we all had to go out and fucking sit our fucking asses off to find a stream. Yeah. Then on top of that, he still hasn't paid.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, that's the type of shit that happens with that type of shit. And honestly, man, when
I hear you.
you're making when you make those type of comments, I won't label it racist, but it's racially polarizing, is what it is.
Yeah,
Especially with intentions on race and like, yeah, Josh has said some fucking heinous shit, but it's not been about race. Josh has been open about his thoughts about politics. There has been some slightly stuff. So when he called your fellow an orange cunt, that was sectarianism. Most people thought your fellow was Asian. He was talking about sectarianism. So that's like the divide between Catholics and Protestants, orange and green, right? The Orange Party, William of Orange, and all that shit. So that was sectarianism. So it was more religious prejudice, which nobody gives a fuck about in America. Nobody gives a shit about Catholicism in fucking America.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro, to be honest.
Exactly. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
I get what you're saying, though.
But it's
That's
a genius move by TFM. It
I don't know.
really is.
Tell that to Bud.
Look,
I hear
see,
you, Mark.
all the
I
points,
look at it that way.
and all the points that,
Bud Light have
real
made
quick,
some really good decisions of late. No, I just want to.
My word.
Bud Light have made some really good decisions. They've extended the Teofimo Lopez contract, and they've started up the Dylan fucking whatever the fuck, the tranny fucking lover boy, lady boy, fucking whatever it is, and put his face on the can. So. No, shout out to Bud Light. They're making some fucking good historic beer moves, mate. And, by extending that TFMO contract, it's just going to get them so much exposure. So much exposure. I think it's a fucking...
That dude's going to be the ring walk guy. That's going to be Tio's ring walk guy, the guy that caused all the Bud Light whatever. The Bud Light can girl.
I still don't understand what all the uproar is over that fucking commercial.
And that's going to be Tio's ring walk girl, like Tyson Fury's weirdo ring walk.
Oh my
Can
god!
someone explain that to me? Like, why everybody's like, oh my god, fuck Bud Light now?
It's not about trannies, I think.
Bud Light's always been a soft beer, anyways. It's been a candy ass beer, anyways.
Trannies don't drink beer.
Everybody drinks beer, but who cares?
Right,
I don't know. Kid Rock,
what's
man.
the big deal
Kid
then?
Rock's
Like, or does it imply if you drink a Bud Light, you're going to become a tranny? I'm still confused.
No, I think
Pigeon drinks Guinness.
Well, it just
shit.
What it does,
That's my favorite beer. Fuck, man. Now I gotta stop drinking Guinness.
It just lets you know that there might have been some knob running around that can. That beer can might have been knobbed before you got it. Yeah, there's a higher chance of that.
Yeah,
sorry,
man, people are fucking
Jimmy.
retarded, bro.
Welcome back,
I
Jimmy.
tell you what.
We've gone off on a tangent and we've just started talking about trannies.
Good I really wanted to know that like why everybody was.
Let's get back to a little malice. When all the points Jimmy made about like why he's picking TFM up, Jimmy, I mentioned all of that, like the inactivity, the weight, the struggling with weight, the stage of the careers, the age differences, all of that stuff is normally something you look at. But like mentality and mental health and where you are mentally is also another thing. Now, where Taylor is mentally with his issues, we have an idea, like you mentioned, with his substance abuse and everything, right? That's very fair. But also, Teofimo seems like he's like, no offense, but he seems like he's a bit of a junkie too at the moment, doesn't he?
He's definitely suffered some substance abuse.
He looks like
he's definitely. He looks like he's been having a good time. Also, this man's getting over a divorce, losing his child, finding out that his dad doesn't love him and is using him for money. Like, he's going through a lot of fucking shit mentally.
I hear you.
It's not none of what I'm saying, by the way, none of what I'm saying here is like in any way trying to be an attack or for comedic effect. It's actually true.
it's true.
Yeah.
All of this is actually true, which is so fucking sad for the young fella.
I
And
laugh
now
at
he's got
sad shit. I'm sorry. I laugh at sad shit.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's absolutely fucking hilarious, but it's sad at the same time, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah,
It-
for
Right.
sure.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's
he
like
seems to be
Like
on
the
a
clown
fucking
guy.
different level. Tio's on
But
some sort of pharmaceutical or something. He's fucking glowing
Yeah,
right now.
there's
He's
some.
breakdancing. He's running at
those
4 in the morning.
benzos, bro. I think he's on those
Benzos.
benzos, man. He's
He's
on
on.
those
Nah, they've got.
benzos.
He's
I
on
think
him hard. He's on him hard.
I think he's on some nerve blockers. I think
See,
he's got some nerve blockers,
I'm actually
and I
pissed off
think
with
it's
Taylor
most of the
because
nerves around his brain.
I'm actually really fucking pissed off with Taylor because I felt like he should run it back with Jack Catterall. And I felt like that fight was way bigger,
Agreed.
especially in the UK. I mean, you're
Yeah.
going to the small room to
Yeah,
fight
but
on
do
3
you think?
p.m.
Hey,
No, but think about it, bro. He's going to the small room, right? The theater, the small room to fight on free TV. Right? If you stayed in the UK, especially in Glasgow, they could have put that shit in a stadium on pay-per-view. You would have made 3 times the money easily. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
why he's going
Jimmy,
to see it.
like Mark everything Mark just mentioned, but does he see Tio as an easier opponent than Jack Catterall or a rematch with Regis Prograis or a Sabriel Matias? Like, I don't know what.
And not only that, Jimmy, does he see Tiafimo as a fight where he can kind of tune up a little bit as well?
Yeah.
He might. Because you
That's what I'm
mentioned
saying.
inactivity, he probably doesn't want to go into that Catterall fight, and he probably wants to keep Catterall's mind second guessing and going inactive as well. And then he can get a fight in the
Yes.
meantime, and then do the rematch, and then get the money. So he's probably banking on beating Tio, and if he beats Tio, then he can go out and go back to Scotland and have that fight, and he's more active. He's back in shape. His mentality is right. He's coming off of a win instead of a loss, a high profile win at that, so he gets his confidence up. These are all measures that we see on a regular basis with fighters.
Hey, and if that happens, if Josh Taylor beats Tio soundly, what's next for Tio?
Retirement.
The loony bin. I think the
Who
loony
knows?
bin.
Let's see. Let's see how the fight plays out.
I don't want to
Free-
say what I think.
It's got to be the end of the road because if George Kambosos took his soul, what the fuck's Josh Taylor going to take?
Wait, hold on. I want to ask Mark something, right? Because I was on a panel before. In your opinion, Mark, what's a better place to live in? Because I've actually never seen the contrast before. Ireland or Canada? I've actually never spoken to someone that's moved from Ireland to Canada. I was just curious.
What's better to live in?
Yeah, in your
Canada.
Okay.
Never been to Canada. I've been to Ireland. I loved it over there.
I've never been to either place.
Yeah, Ireland's great. Ireland's great for to be a tourist or whatever, but like just in terms of value of life, brother, like it's cleaner. There's so much more space. You can get more value on high range property. So like in Ireland, let's say you wanted to get a €1 million home, it's gonna be pretty bang average, like in terms of like what most people would think. It's nothing like what you'd get in Texas. It's nothing like what you'd get in like on the outskirts. Like if you're in Toronto, like it's really expensive. But if you go outside of that and you go to like a place like Pickering, or if you go to Burlington, which is where a couple of people are from, on in the community, or if you go to King City or White Place, any of those places, you can get like 2 acres. You can get like a huge. Huh?
No, I think it was an echo. You're right. Keep going.
Yeah, and you can get like a huge like level of property and shit like that. So just on property, that's better. In general, outside of main city areas, it is actually safer. The road structures are better. Like I mentioned, it's cleaner. In terms of conversion rate of money, the money is a bit more intelligent in terms of how it works and it's dispensed. Tax brackets are better. Employment rates are higher. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer now.
Well, I mean, you live there, so obviously I'll take your word for it.
I got to give OD a shout out. What's going on, brother OD?
What's going on, black guys? What's going on? Free Smoke Friday.
OD.
Free Smoke Friday. What y'all talking about, guys? Give me the word.
We've chopped up a lot of shit. We're talking about the Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor fight. What do you think? How do you think that plays out, OD? But give us your take.
Josh gonna beat Tio, bro. It's over for Tio. Tio is not right, bro. Tio is saying some delusional shit. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I don't know where his mind at. You know, I don't wish bad for fighters. You know what I'm saying? But how
Yeah, but
fucking
like,
Tio is right now, he not enough.
yeah,
He's talking some other shit. He's talking about Josh Taylor.
man, I don't
You know
know.
what I'm
I don't
saying?
know if you heard Mark's take, but Mark actually said that Tiafimo's got to win by knockout because every cunt hates him after his comments. Like, it's
Yep.
just really fucked his chances. Like, it's really, he's either a genius or a dead set fuckwit. It's one of the two. There's no in between with him. And
I
you know,
mean,
Mark made the comment that, you know, by saying what he said, he's now got to win by KO. Got to win very convincingly because he's not
I
going to win.
know I know he said that shit that can keep the black fighters, bro. You know, he said that was some stupid shit that he said. But motherfucker, you should only talk shit about. Not Timothy Bradley, but yeah, both of them, Timothy Bradley and Andrew Ward. Those are the ones that were saying stupid shit about you. I know how Timothy Bradley and Andrew Ward, you know, they kind of biased and shit.
Yeah.
And well, Tio should just talk down to them, not talk down to the black fighters that fight in ESPN. They ain't did shit to you. Haney didn't do shit to you. Who didn't do
No, you
shit
know
to
what it
you?
is, bro? No, I'll tell you what it is, bro. Right now, Haney's headlining in Las Vegas on pay-per-view
Yeah,
against Lomachenko with all of Teofimo's
exactly.
old hard work. You know, Ryan just fought Tank. Shakur's getting hyped up. Um, and there's quite a lot of other prospects or Top Rank. You know, Keyshawn. They're getting a lot of love and hype from Top Rank, and
Yeah,
I guess Teofimo
exactly,
feels.
bro. Exactly. But it's not the fucking fighters' fault, Jimmy. It's mostly fucking Andrew Ward and Timothy Bradley. You know, it's low
You know
blow
what?
Ward. That's what we call him. Low blow Ward. Low blow Ward. That's how he
You know
wants. He's
what,
probably
Timothy
still.
Bradley, bro? With Ward, he does talk some bollocks, though. To be fair, but with Tim Bradley, bro, I have to be honest. I don't think he's ever come. This guy literally has always got his knee pads ready for Lomachenko, so I don't think he's overtly sort of biased racially. Or I haven't seen it at
Nah,
least from Tim
Timothy
Bradley.
Bradley. Timothy Bradley, not a lot, bro. Because Timothy Bradley ain't like that much, but more like Andrew Ward. He's more like that, bro. Andrew Ward's more. He's more fucking biased and shit. You can fucking tell. But look, I'm gonna tell you this. Fucking Timothy Bradley was going for Ryan Garcia because what Timothy Bradley say. I hope Tank gets knocked the fuck out because the stupid shit he be doing, hitting women. Fucking, he did say all that shit. And they were calling him all this, like their own black people was calling him a coon and all that shit
Yeah,
to Timothy Bradley,
you know,
bro. That was
from
kind of fucked up. No, but he just seen this shit as a man. As a man, he seen this shit. Why you gonna hit a woman? Why you gonna drink
right.
and drive and hit
Yeah.
a
Exactly.
pregnant woman? Exactly. He just seen that shit as a man. As a man too, bro. Me, if I see him, like what's his name? Diego Corrales. He beat up his woman. And he's Latino. I'm gonna talk shit about him. He did some fucked up shit. Let's see Canelo beat up his wife. I'm gonna say he's a whole ass motherfucker. As a
You know
man, you
what?
see that shit.
Yeah, OD. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Best I don't make these comments. Go ahead.
Oh, Jimmy, fucking say it. Don't.
No, it's just when you mentioned Canelo, I feel like,
Yeah, well, you
nah,
always talk
look,
shit about Canelo, like he always says this
yeah,
shit, like he never fought a fighter on his prime. Motherfucker, what the fuck you look at? Billy Joe was on his prime. Caleb Plant was on his prime. Fucking Colin Smith was in his prime. You even said it back then. The fucking Canelo would not be Billy Joe and Colin Smith.
no,
He
I'm
even
just saying
said it,
OD.
bro.
No, see with me, bro. If Canelo hit his wife, like, I mean, I'd have to ask the question, what did she do? You know what I'm saying? Like did she deserve?
Nah,
Like,
not what she, not what she do, Jimmy. You cannot lay a fucking hand to a woman,
no,
bro.
no, just Canelo. Any other fighter, I'd definitely go straight. That's bullshit. But with Canelo, I just feel like he's a man of integrity and honor. Like
Nah,
there
but he
has to
will
be
not
more.
touch a woman.
I'm joking, bro. I was just
He will not.
that's fanboy. Yeah,
He will
I'm
not
joking.
touch a woman, bro. He will not touch a woman. But if it was another motherfucking fighter, whoever it was, like whoever touch a woman, that'll be the question.
I can't
Canelo.
imagine him hitting a woman myself, but like if he did, you would have to fucking question what the fuck happened.
Look
Look
what
at big face in his comment.
150 reckons if Canelo beats his wife, Jimmy don't care.
that's
That's what I'm
dumb, bro.
saying,
I
bro.
was
Like,
talking
what did you do though?
shit
No,
about.
no, big say so. You see, that's the thing with me, bro. I gotta be fair. I gotta ask you that. What was the cause? Was it a setup? Like, I don't know, man. We gotta ask these questions, bro.
Jimmy
It's got
be
nothing to
like,
do.
yeah, okay, Canelo hit his wife, yeah, but like, what did that dumb bitch do to piss that man off? That's what Jimmy be saying.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
She
Nah,
must have
wait,
done
wait, wait.
something, bro. She spent 20 grand on Gucci when Canelo needed that money for something else. She got.
yeah.
It's like
I don't think he's worried about 20 grand.
it's like Carlos Mazzoni and Edwin Valero, bro. It's like Carlos Mazzoni and Edwin Valero. Take the talent out of the ring, bro. But they did some whole ass shit outside the ring. They killed their wives. That was some whole ass shit. That was some
I
whole
think
ass
it's a
shit.
bit worse than Haas. I think it's a bit worse than Haas. But with Valero, he actually did go insane, to be fair. He did go insane, Edwin Valero.
Ike
Um,
Capucci beat up everybody, didn't he? That Ike, whatever, the crazy
yes,
heavyweight.
yes.
He was
The
beating up
president.
everybody.
President.
Wow. Wow.
Nah, but I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I mean, I'm just saying about Andre Warhol, where he is, bro. Yeah, he's like that, bro. Like he does say some delusional shit. Like I know he talks shit about Canelo, but I always tell people he talks shit about Canelo, bro. 'Cause he didn't make the money that he's Canelo's making. Or he said he picks his shoes. He does rehydration clause. Motherfucker, the last time he did a rehydration clause was against Daniel Jacobs, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff stopped though. You know, when he left Golden Boy, I think once he left Golden Boy Promotions, a lot of that stuff stopped. I know there was one with the
Exactly.
Jacobs. But I think that was because of the IBF. But both
Yeah,
guys came in over anyway. Yeah, both guys came in over
nah, it's
anyway.
the IBF. Yeah, it's the IBF title, bro. I mean, the IBF, they got that fucking rule. Like, you cannot be 10 pounds in fight day. If I'm not mistaken, you cannot be over 10 pounds.
Oh, to be fair, that was in the contract because they had changed the ruling. So the ruling now is you don't have to adhere to the weight clause and unifications, but it was put in there because it was a unification.
Then Jacobs coming over though. I thought he came in over.
Yes, he came in over it, and per the contract, Jacobs was deducted, I think, 250,000 for every pound per the contract, and that went to Canelo. So Jacobs had a choice essentially with his contract. He could pay for every pound of advantage he wanted to gain.
I think since he's with Eddie Hearn, I don't think I've never heard of a rehydration. So I know middleweight run, super middleweight run. Sorry, there was no rehydration. Eddie Hearn said that. And when he fought Bivol, they didn't do anything like that. Which is good though, because I don't like excuses. You know, when people take away from
I know
women. Same with
we
Tank.
did it.
Yeah, exactly right, Jimmy. Exactly
He would have
right.
beat the fuck. Let's be
Leave
honest.
nothing on the table. Leave
He would have
nothing
beat
on
the
the
fuck out
table.
of Ryan with or without all that stuff.
Ryan was beat before the fucking fight started. Ryan himself was fucking beaten, mate. He was whinging about it. Like a real fighter doesn't say boo, just gets on with the fucking job and he just does it. And whatever stipulated, he abides to. And he fucking then when he comes out and goes, "Oh, you cunt! Next time you don't put a try and weight train me, I'll beat the absolute fucking piss out of you."
I feel like
I want them to tell you, fuck rehydration clause, bro.
yeah, I know.
Fuck rehydration clause.
Yeah, see, for me, bro,
Doesn't
it's
matter
like
who does it, bro.
Yeah, it's a
The
bitch
two
move.
there's already enough weight classes in the sport. You know, if two fighters from different weight classes want to agree on a catch rate, okay, cool. You guys can both agree on like a middle ground catch rate in a non-title fight, right? So no titles involved. That's cool. But come on, don't double it down with the hydration. Like Tank Davis is the first fighter I've ever heard of that's been doing catch rates and rehydration clauses and late afternoon weigh-ins. I mean, he milked the fuck out of that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I've never seen that before. The evening weigh-in, the rehydration, and the catch rate.
Yeah, but Ryan the silly
What's
cunt signed up
Barrios?
for it.
No, but there was no catch rate with Barrios, was there? I think it was just the.
Yeah,
See,
no,
Ryan moved up to
Barrios
one.
admitted. And Jimmy, but Barrios admitted, bro. Barrios said that they did put him in a rehydration clause.
Yeah, but see, I don't mind that
Even
as much. I tell you why though, because with Tank he moved up to 140, so you should pick one. So you can't pick both though, catch weight and hydration. I feel like that's just overkill. If him and Ryan fought at 140, and Tank said, "Look, I'm moving up to your weight class, 140," you know, but there's gonna be a second day weigh-in, right? A rehydration, whatever clause. I wouldn't mind that. 10 pounds. Like, okay, fair enough. Like, Tank's moving up a few pounds. You know, is that 140? Ryan will be healthy and strong, and then okay. But both, bro, that's just kind of for me. That's overkill. You know, when you double down on it, that's just yeah.
Uh, I don't know, bro. I mean, for me, Tank don't need rehydration clause. I think he would have beat Ryan, but he even said it that he even said it like this, bro. I mean, we both has to be a fair, and everybody has to agree. He even said that in the interview, like, motherfucker, you looking fucking retarded, bro. I mean, for saying shit like that. You know, I rock with Tank, but you don't have to put a rehydration clause, bro. You're not gonna be like, let's say he beats Shakur and Haney, bro, and let's say he goes to 140 and put Regis, Josh Taylor, and all those motherfuckers in
Big say
rehydration.
so. Jump on, bro.
They're not gonna take it, bro. They're gonna be fuck this motherfucker. We ain't gonna fucking take this fucking rehydration clause. Hell no. That you know how much it kills his body, bro, to the fighters.
Yeah, it's just too much, bro. It's the gloves, the ring size, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I feel like Tank hasn't even really earned it. I mean, what the fuck has he actually done in his career? Fight a bunch of bums for baby belts. That's
But
literally all he's
how do you
done.
get called the face of boxing is what gets me.
Do
That
you know what it
fucked
I
was
me.
mean,
though? I'll tell you where the confusion was. You know his mugshot? It went viral on Twitter. So I think a lot of fans, especially from Baltimore, they're not known for having high IQs. So when his mugshot was going viral on Twitter, they thought, "Oh fuck, this is the face of boxing." But come on, you got Canelo on the motherfucking Forbes list, getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. You got Joshua and Fury about to fight in Saudi for a reported $500 million. Like, come on, bro. Tank Davis, a dude that needed to hold Ryan Garcia's hand, to headline Las Vegas for the first time. Like, come on, man. That's
I
I
bet
just
you, I bet you, if Tank, man, I bet you next fight Ryan fight, bro, he's gonna be pay per view Ryan Garcia's fight. Like next fight, he fights like a little fucking bum. They're gonna put him as a pay per view fight. Fuck that shit.
yeah, of course I will.
I be
But
fuck
I
this
don't.
motherfucker.
as far as I'm concerned, mate, if Tank wants to be classed as a man, as a contender or a legit 135, 140, 136 pounder, whatever class he wants to invent, I think he can't go backwards now. Like he cannot go backwards now. Like he's it's up and on. It's Shakur, Devon, fucking Oloma. Like he's got to take one of them to class himself as anywhere in the top five.
Man, I don't even got him as my top 10 pound for pound. He don't belong to me, man.
No, but I've seen pound for pound lists where he's number 3 and number 5.
Some motherfuckers have that motherfuckers as number 3. Oh, he didn't belong to pound for pound because he's undefeated. Like,
Well, yeah, they got
motherfucker,
Boots Ennis. They got Boots Ennis at 5. Like, I love that. I love that.
You know
That's
what,
not
bro?
wise.
I used to be on. I don't want to. I don't want to say his name,
oh, like
but
that motherfucking champ
yo,
side, press 1. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. That
bro,
motherfucker a fruity, dog. That motherfucker a fruity.
there was an open panel I used to go on, and I used to actually get into debates with people where they say that Tank Davis has done more in his career than Monster Anui. That shit was crazy, man.
Oh,
Oh,
did you?
yeah.
I heard Johnny fucking give it to someone about that. It was that knockout boxing or something.
Yeah.
Johnny Boy
Fucking hell.
drunk as 10 men. And he got on the and he said, fucking no way in the world is Tank Davis ranked higher than Monster Inouye.
Bro, you should have
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Johnny on Dub Right Side last night. He came in drunk as a skunk. I mean, he was dropping N bombs. He was throwing gang signs. He was threatening to chase out all the black people out of the Midwest. It was fucking crazy, man. It was proper
What happened
quality
with
entertainment.
what happened with Johnny?
It
When
was, it
Johnny
was quality.
knockout boxing, bro? What happened with Johnny did?
No, no,
Oh
no. You
man.
went to right,
Yeah, it
Dub
was
Right
on
Side.
Dub Right Sides.
Yeah.
Oh, he went to dub side. What happened? What the fuck he did?
Oh, he was
He kept
going
saying
off.
the N-word to black people, and then he was dropping gang signs, and he was
Yeah,
threatening
but
to chase out.
all that shit aside, Johnny was fucking dead right in saying that this guy's a fucking dill for putting fucking Tank Davis in front of fucking Monster Inouye. Like, let's just get out
Man,
of this.
who was put
Who
in
did
there?
that though?
Somebody upside panel
Who
or
did that?
it was outside?
Yeah, knockout boxing.
Oh,
When was
knockout!
this
He
though?
put Tank Davis above Inouye. That's fucking boot. That's cap, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was,
Yeah,
and
to be
Johnny
fair
was
though,
right in
and I do
saying
like
that. Oi,
Knockout.
yeah,
I do like Knockout,
I
but
like them all, man. I like
he's
them all.
a fanboy, bro. He's a fanboy. He's a fucking. When it comes to Errol Spence and
Oh
Tank
yeah,
Davis, he gets his fucking knee
yeah,
pads out.
that the Errol Spence shit, mate, just loses me, and I can't even talk about it. I cannot talk about that fight. It just really does my fucking head in. And
You know what?
Tyson, like Mark said, fucking Tyson
Nah, he's
Fury.
not. I mean, when they debate about Crawford and Errol, bro, they're repeating the same shit all over again. Both sides, doesn't matter who it is. It could be the Errol fanboys, it could be the Crawford fanboys. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they still talk to this shit till this day, till this day, till this day.
oh man,
Yeah, I mean,
it's fucking. But not only did they have the debate, and then they had the debate after party at Right Sides. That's where Johnny Boy went. And Johnny
but when
was
was
right.
this though?
Johnny just wanted to get some clarity out of old mate, thinking fucking Tank's better
No,
than
but when was
Monster.
this though? I want to see the video. When was this?
Last night.
No,
I gotta watch
speak
it.
about. Did he speak about
Let's
Tank? I was on the
get,
panel.
let's get Johnny
Are you
Boy
sure it
fucking
wasn't?
speaking. Let's get Johnny Boy speaking facts, bro. Like, look, if you want to
Yeah.
become a pound for pound success fighter, bro, you gotta fight mandatories or you gotta fight or unified champions, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know Johnny? The only thing with Johnny is sometimes he does talk good boxing, but I keep telling him, I'm like, bro, when you're talking boxing, just keep it boxing. When you start talking about testing manhoods and come see me, I'm like, come on, man. Like, you're
Now,
not a GTA character,
Yeah.
bro. What the fuck's all this about, bro? You know?
When Johnny gets drunk, bro, yeah, he be going fucking, he be going at it, bro.
And he starts going
Yeah,
after
but
little kids. I'm like, come on, bro. Do you remember with him and Raider? I'm like, come on, like Johnny, what the fuck are you saying, bro? Like one Black and Browns when he's talking about fucking, what was he talking about, like child prostitution and killing pregnant women? I'm like, Jesus, man. Like, fucking hell, man.
yeah. No, he just. But one thing, he knows his shit and he speaks the truth. But when he's hammered drunk, man, it just goes sideways really quick with old Johnny. And anyway, he's not here to defend
Yeah,
himself.
when
So
Johnny's
I'm
not drunk, bro. When
But I'm
Johnny's
telling
not
you,
drunk, he's more.
pound for pound, Johnny is the most like I actually do love Johnny Boy. Like I get so much
Yeah.
entertainment from him, and it's not even when I'm trolling him or winding him up. It's just generally like when he's drunk and he shows up at a panel, I grab my popcorn, bro, because I just want to watch the fucking show. Because I know he's a dropping N bomb around black people and tell him he runs their hoods, and you know what I mean. He's a customer now. Challenge them to a fight, like
No, I
man, like if
I
you're not
didn't
a fan of
stick around
Johnny,
long. I didn't stick around long because it got a bit sideways, and I can't post the link of it.
I gotta see that shit. Fucking Johnny Boy, fucking. No, I just want to see
Yeah,
Johnny Boy saying the fucking facts about it. You knew it, bro. Like it's true. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta put Tank Davis in top 5. Then you must be one dumb motherfucker. Just because
I'm
he
telling
beat
you,
Rocky Garcia,
Mark,
a
Mark,
guy
where
that
would
have.
you have? Mark, where would Tank Davis be on your pound for pound list? I don't know if Mark's there, but if he's there, he might be busy. I'd like
I
to
was
see
hoping to get
where.
Mark's.
I'd
I
like
was
to
hoping
see
to get
where.
Mark's opinion on.
Hey, Jimmy.
No, I really want to get Mark's opinion on Artur Beterbiev versus Callum Smith. So I'm pulling for Callum, and I've actually got a bet with Johnny um, for
Yo, what's up?
£100. No, I just want to hear your intake or your official breakdown of Callum Smith versus Artur Beterbiev.
I don't have a breakdown for you, pal.
No, I mean,
Man, bro.
who would you favor to? Who would you favor to win
Who
that
who
fight?
who would I favour? Where's the fight taking place?
I'm not sure. I think it might happen in Liverpool.
Is the fight official?
Yeah, the
No.
WBC have mandated. Yeah, the
Oh, they're
WBC mandated. Yeah,
I know I saw that shit. That he's on fire for
Yeah, I
Colin
think they
Smith.
got 30 days.
aside, Callum has a puncher's chance, and it's a good puncher's chance. But I think Arthur will get into the inside of it too often. And one thing I know about Callum is he's never had great punch resistance. Like, it's never been great. He doesn't have great punch resistance. It showed one against Canelo, who can bang, right? But it also showed against John Ryder. Maybe he can bang. But you know who else it showed against? An old George Groves. Up until he landed that shot on George, George was piecing him up and he was hurting him, especially to the body. And he was landing that, like, right, kind of off the lead of the jab, which is something Beterbiev specializes in. I mean, if Arthur can perform to the same extent that he did against Anthony Yarde, I just can't see Callum getting through that. Without the shot, man. He needs to land a huge shot and knock the fucker out, which he can do, because he can bang and he can do, and he needs to get full leverage. But Beterbiev's gonna smother a lot of that space. Beterbiev may be a little bit weary, but like as he starts to like progressively get in, Callum going backwards isn't that good either. So, when he's going back, he tends to like rotate his leg. So instead of like just making the steps, he rotates it. So it's always easier to cut the ring off, and that's probably Arthur's best quality is cutting the ring off in it. So he's going to be able to smother a lot of that space. So outside of landing those perfect shots, man, or those great shots, smart money's on Arthur. Smart money's on Arthur.
Nah, if Carlos Smith can do, bro, I mean, he needs to in his jab. His jab can be his perfect weapon in this fight. You know what I'm saying? His jab can be the perfect weapon.
Doesn't Arthur have a really good jab too?
Nah, hell no. He pretty used. I mean, against Canelo, he never used the jab real good, bro. And against John Ryder, neither.
No, I said Arthur. I said Arthur has a really good jab. Beterbiev.
Beterbiev, yeah, he got a good fucking jab.
If Callum gets like that high active jab that people were praising him for all the way up until he got to world level, and then it just dipped off the face of the planet because, when you're fighting against world level fighters, just throwing a jab with nothing on it doesn't matter.
Canelo knows how to take out. Canelo knows how to take your jab away, bro. That's the damn thing.
I'm actually pulling for Callum. The honest with Callum, I think he was a little weight drained, if I'm honest, against John Ryder his last couple of fights. I think at 175, I think he'll be a lot bigger, stronger. I think he finally got rid of that piece of shit Joe Gallagher. He's with Buddy McGirt. I think he's boxing a lot sharper. I think he's fighting with more confidence and power at 175.
That's what I was about to say. He went with Buddy McGirt. McGirt gave more leverage punches.
No offense to Anthony Yarde. No offense to Anthony Yarde, right? He's a big, powerful dude, athletic, and I think he's got some slick skills. But bro, I feel like Callum Smith is just like a level above Anthony Yarde.
He might be. But is he a level above Joe Smith?
Hell no.
I think so.
I don't know if he's a level of Joe Smith who beat Alida Alvarez.
That was a really good
Alida Alvarez who beat Kovalev, right? Outboxed him. I mean,
in the first fight,
these guys are all good, and Joe was very active. Beterbiev got him the fuck out of there very fast. Yarde, much more elusive than Smith. Smith's not an elusive guy. He's available. You can't go, oh, Anthony Yarde did this, so Callum Smith, he's more dangerous, because they're polar opposite fighters. Just polar opposite. You might as well be saying, oh, Tank Davis did this against this guy. Look at, I don't know, what's a great Tank Davis Loma comparison? Pedraza?
No, there is no, to be honest.
Because they're completely different fighters. Weight situations are different in these fights as well. And whilst Callum, yeah, he's bigger and stronger, I think everybody can probably admit at this stage, at light heavyweight, the strongest fighter is Beterbiev.
Yeah, hell yeah, exactly.
He's the strongest. Pure strength, raw power, Beterbiev. And Beterbiev's also able to fight very dirty. Watch the Vojtic fight, man. You know the way he ended his career, and Vojtic is now back kind of sparingly. So, but I don't know, man.
what's his name? Grossvic was giving him a good fucking fight. Like I have
I actually
Grossvic
thought
win.
Wodzik was gonna win.
I have
I actually
Grossvic
thought
win.
Wodzik was gonna win. Yeah, I thought Wodzik was gonna beat the shit out of Beterbiev because he was a little too robotic. But I mean, fuck.
I
He really,
had money on Arthur. I had money on Arthur. I had Vostic up, but the thing was if you watch the fight and you watch it again after like the 7th round or the 6th round, Beterbiev started to win everything. He was winning everything from that point forward.
It was like in around the 6th. One round he got knocked out like in the 8th.
Maybe
Grossvic,
9th or 10th.
It was 9 or 10, my bad. But yeah, but it's because Grossvic, bro, he seems like he got fucking tired, bro. He got tired as fuck.
He did because when you have a dude who hits that hard, even if you're outlanding him and outscoring him, he's wearing you down. He's landing body shots. He's pulling your neck down. He's leaning his elbow into you. That's going to exhaust you when that dude is that fucking strong.
Exactly.
So I don't know if Callum is capable of that type of litmus test. When I seen him pussy out against dudes way smaller than him, and no offense to either John Ryder or Canelo, no offense to either of them, they're good, but we seen Canelo against Bivol in terms of size and strength disparity. No offense, but Beterbiev is fucking ripped. He's a fucking monster, bro. I know he's older. I know injuries are piling up on him, right, Jimmy? Injuries are piling up on the man. They've been piling up on the man, and he's been inactive, and he's been getting old now for 7 years, brother.
I know that sucks about it sucks about those Eastern Europeans. They start their fucking professional career real late.
This is the big red flag. This is the big red
flag.
I'll
catch you guys in the next one, bro. It's Freezebone Friday in Black and Brown. I hope he does it. So
yeah, bro. See you on that, bro.
I catch you, Jimmy, Mark, Carl.
Pleasure,
pal. My guys.
Take care, bro. Take care. Yeah. See, this is the big red flag I've got. Beterbiev's had 3 surgeries in the last 2 years, and injuries and the inactivity, and is pushing 40, and he didn't look great against Yard. That's the first time I've ever seen Beterbiev look tired in the fight.
But you know what? You know what, Jimmy? Yeah, he's had 3 injuries in the last 2 years. I agree with you. And the last surgery that he had was before the Joe Smith fight. That was the last surgery that he had. It was before Joe Smith. He didn't have one pre-Yard, did he?
No, he did. Remember, they pushed the date because he had to have a surgery on his knee or leg, I think. That's what really put concern in my mind. I mean, he's had 3 surgeries in 2 years.
Now, let me ask you this. I want to ask you this question. You don't think he looked great against Yard, but you also agree Yard and Smith are very different fighters, right? But there is a small caveat to this. He's coming off of surgery, and he pretty much wins dominantly against a very athletic fighter when what we're talking about with his knee gets rid of a part of your athleticism. And he was still able to beat someone where now they've got an even higher, heightened advantage. And he was still able to get that fucker away. And now he had that activity and he's training again. So he's able to recover. He's got more recovery since then now. It could go 2 ways. It could deviate and just decline, or he could improve from that fight with that. It's a question. So what you're going to be doing is you're asking yourself a 50-50 question. Has he deviated and dropped, or is he going to recover and improve from that at a time away from surgery? Normally, the further away from surgery you get, no matter what age you are, there is improvement.
Yeah. It's also what Callum said as well in the interview. Because you have to remember, Callum Smith and Dimitri Bivol are on the same network, right? They're under the same banner. He could have fought Bivol. He went out of his way to chase Beterbiev. And according to him, he said he's been watching Beterbiev decline over the last couple of years. And he thinks now is a perfect moment to sort of jump on Beterbiev and destroy him.
And brother, I've been watching the sport nearly my whole life. Do you know how many times I hear fighters say that? All the time, bro. That's a sell. He's selling the fight. Like, yeah, Callum's going to have confidence he can win. Why shouldn't he? He's a former world champion. He's fucking 750 feet tall. Right? Why shouldn't he think that he can go in there and upset the apple cart and become the unified light heavyweight champion of the world? The lineal. champion. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he feel that he can do that? Of course, he feels he can do that. It's a hard ask, though. That's what you asked me was like the breakdown and everything, right? And my thoughts. My thoughts are my smart money would be on Arthur, because what you're doing, all of your thoughts are all speculative. It's more speculative rather than everything consumed. What? Let me ask you this: how many fights has Callum had at light heavyweight?
He's got 2 so far.
He's had 2. What level of opposition did he fight in those 2 fights? Being honest. Being honest.
I'd say sort of like lower European level, to be honest.
Right. So he fought against Lenin Castillo, garbage.
Yeah.
And he fought against was it Maxime Bauderlique?
Yeah, it was a Frenchman, yeah. It was a Frenchman, yeah.
Yeah, Bauderlique, yeah. Okay fighter. Can box. Callum had trouble against Bauderlique. He had trouble. That wasn't a complete gimme. He struggled in there. That was a tougher night than he ever expected. I would expect Beterbiev to absolutely rape Bauderlique.
Fucking hell.
Rape him. Rape him. Rape him. So whilst you've mentioned, okay, he didn't look great against Yard, I think Yard would beat the fuck out of Bauderlique.
Okay. What about the Castillo fight? I mean, this is the same Castillo that went 12 with Bivol in a decent fight, and Callum just put him in a seat, in what, 3 rounds?
100%, 100%. Let me ask you a question. It's a very small question. Do you remember this thing that we were talking about Tank versus Pedraza and Loma against Pedraza?
Yeah.
Right. It kind of brings up dividends, right? Is Bivol a notable puncher? No. Is Callum Smith? Yes. Bivol presents a completely different set of things. He 12-zipped Lenin Castillo, never broke a sweat, and went home. He does that against most guys. Craig Richards went the distance with him, right?
Yeah.
Craig Richards probably won more rounds against him than Canelo did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you look at. Go ahead.
I said, do you think he's targeting Beterbiev? Because I feel like the Bivol fight would have been easier because they're both under the the Matchroom stable on the zone. He's kind of going out of his way to go for Beterbiev. So why do that unless you think like Beterbiev is easy prey compared to a Bivol?
Because normally what promoters tend to do, because it's not Callum's choice at the end of the day, it's promotional outlets and promotional companies. If they feel that there's a percentage chance that they can win a title, they will send the fighter over that they don't have high stake value in. There's no high stake value in Callum Smith anymore. There isn't. He's not main eventing. He costs quite a bit of money to put on as a non-main event. So what Eddie would probably want to do is risk the chance, get him a good payday, and if he can win, then he can have an in-house fight.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it's because I'm a big fan of Callum Smith and wanted to win and being a little more optimistic with the age and the injuries and him. Yeah, you're right. I think Beterbiev's experience and power. But hey, man, you never know. It'll be an interesting fight, though. It will be an interesting fight because
it'll be very fun.
Yeah, I think both guys might get hurt in the fight.
Could do. I remember Beterbiev getting dropped by Callum Johnson.
Yep.
Who else? Was it Tavares? Can't remember. There was one other. But like, Beterbiev's not impenetrable.
Yeah, do you give Beterbiev any kind of chance at this stage against Bivol?
Yeah, I do. He's too strong not to. You give him a chance against anyone. He hits so hard with every shot. His jab is so powerful. It's not even that I like Beterbiev. He's not someone that I particularly give a fuck about, but he's very good. He's extremely good. Yes, he's declining. Sure, everyone does. But can he beat Bivol? Sure, if he can get at him. If he gets at Bivol, he can hurt Bivol. He can bother him. Bivol is not like perfect. There are things. It just means that Beterbiev would need to be very, very, very high paced and high octane for the entire fight.
Yeah, I think back in the days, I always used to favor Beterbiev just because of the power, the strength, and the really good boxing skills. But one guy's kind of slipped a little, and the other guy, Bivol.
Yeah, but I thought he did. I thought Anthony Yard fight he really fucking nailed. He really drove that home.
Yeah.
I didn't see an old guy in that fight. I'm sorry, but I just don't think
Yeah.
Beterbiev's got the miles on him like a Canelo or someone that's had fucking 60 fights, 50, 40 fucking fights. Like
I do think
the
he has
dude's only,
mileage, though. I do think he has mileage.
Yep.
yeah, and he's in a division that hits, Mark, but they hit hard. But I don't know, man. I just fucking against Anthony Yard, I thought he looked fucking pretty sharp, mate, for a bloke that had all these injuries and couldn't walk and fucking his knees are fucked and he's all these surgeries and yet I
But if you look at
just saw a
Bivol,
guy that came out there and fucking turned it up.
see, if you look at Bivol, what he did to Zerdo, I mean, a lot of fans on YTBC, they were basically split down the middle. And he beat the fuck out of Zerdo, even easier
Yeah,
than
but
what he did to
Zerdo's a
Canelo.
fucking hype job.
Yeah, but Jimmy. How many people, when you say fans were split down the middle on Zerdo versus Bivol, let me ask you a question. How many of the fans that were picking Zerdo do you think were picking, one, biasly, and two, those people that were picking Zerdo, how many of them do you respect their takes? Because this is important.
To be honest, there were a few unbiased fans that did pick Bivol, but most of them, a lot of them were kind of biased, to be fair. But there was just so much support for Zerdo. Bivol doesn't really get too much love on the TBC.
No, he never has. No, neither of them ever had gotten great love. But the reality of it is, until proven otherwise, they are the two best fighters in that division. Until proven otherwise, they've proven it.
Yep.
And it's just a crying shame we can't see Undisputed there.
Which fucking weirds me out. Like, I don't understand that. So it's like, okay, yeah, Arthur Beterbiev's the WBC champion. Well, we can't have them fight for Undisputed because Bivol's Russian. So is Arthur! What the fuck? That's confusing as hell!
No, I'll tell you what happened.
Arthur has Canadian citizenship, yeah? Or he's Dagestani, he's Chechnyan, right?
No. He's a Russian citizen as well, but he holds a Canadian citizenship and a Canadian license. The problem with Bivol is he's just Russian. He comes to America to fight and train, but he's a dude that lives in Russia mostly. He doesn't have any other kind of sort of license or Bob Arum is smart though. I mean, he kind of used some smoke and mirrors to be fair.
I have a great idea. Bivol, if you're listening, which you're definitely not, if you would like, come over to Canada and you can use my citizenship for a few months.
Yeah. I just think if all the belts are on the line, I just don't see that fight happening, bro, because I don't know, man.
No, listen to me, Jimmy. I have a thing, right? Arthur has that Canadian citizenship, right? And all that, right? That's cool. And Bivol doesn't, right? But Arthur is also still he's Russian, and he's a Russian citizen. My question is why is it that because you went out to another country and you have another citizenship, why does that then just suddenly make it as though you don't support any of that regime? We do not know Arthur Beterbiev's political view. I do know that Bivol didn't want to talk about politics, but he did say he's against the war.
Yeah.
So if he's against the war and he doesn't agree with it, and him saying that on a public platform, and he still goes to Russia, he could get killed for saying that. Why the fuck is he being punished for something that he has no association with? Just like Arthur, just because of one piece of paper of a difference. It's one piece of paper of a difference, but yet
I agree, bro.
One of them has made an actual statement. Huh?
I agree with you, bro. I think it's disgusting, bro. At the end of the day, these are just athletes, bro. It's like when the United States invaded Iraq. I mean, I don't remember the WBC stepping in and saying this and that. So it's kind of bullshit. I mean, look at Saudi. I mean, they're bombing the hell out of Yemen, and that motherfucker Lucio Solomon, he's over there saying, "Yeah, good."
When the United States did the Iraq thing, I don't know if you were watching boxing, but the WBC actually were doing support our troop promotions during that time.
Yeah. Even a place like Saudi Arabia, bro, that's bombing the Yemenis. Like they've opened up the WBC Middle East boxing program in Saudi just to get some of that oil money. These guys are
But did they
fucking
ban
dumb.
Iraq when they went to war with Iraq? Did the WBC ban Iraq from fighting?
Well, they didn't need to because there's no one from Iraq who's fucking boxing really.
Well, what if there was? What if there was this young
I mean,
20?
actually, when the cluster bombs are flying, I doubt the boxing rings will be safe. Yeah, this is fucked up, man. But what can you do, man?
Look,
I
I won't make it all political, but yeah, look, it's just another fight that's being blocked from us seeing like tremendous fights. It makes it really hard to follow the sport. I still watch it constantly. Yeah, I'm still really up to date, but at the same point, man, it's really hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. Like earlier, Carl, when I first tuned in, I heard you guys saying, "Oh, he's looking forward to the fights this weekend." What fights are on? Oh, someone in Mexico must be fighting because people don't have a clue. There's some good Russian fights on this weekend. Kurbanov is fighting. You know Kurbanov, don't you, Jimmy? The fellow who beat Liam Smith in a kind of robbery.
Oh yeah. The Olympian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting this weekend, and that's somebody out there that could be a potential opponent for your boy at some stage, Carl Kurbanov. He could eventually be an opponent there for Timmy. That's a good fight. Like there's good fights happening this weekend. Like there's good fights in Japan and everything. They're not like the mainstay names, but they're still good boxing. And unfortunately, most content creators, practically all content creators, aren't covering the niche stuff anymore, if they ever did. And then two, like there's just no real intrigue in anything if there's no super fight because boxing fans are crying out for a super fight. They really are crying out for a mega fight. I know Tank versus Ryan had casual appeal, but it wasn't something that like harnessed the attention of all of the actual boxing fans. A lot of boxing fans were like, "Okay, cool, thanks." I'll be honest, I had more of an intrigue and interest in Benavidez Plant than I did Tank versus Ryan. I had more of an intrigue and interest in that fight, even with the loss for Caleb going against Canelo. I was still intrigued and very interested.
Yeah, me too, bro. I feel like
on the day, I think the Cordina fight was an absolute war.
It was a brilliant fight, brother. That was a great fight. Rakhimov and Cordina. A fucking beautiful fight. It's one of the best fights we've seen this year. No one was talking about it. I seen like 5 prediction videos in the entire YTBC for that fight. That fucking upset me, bro. That upset me. That would have been something I would have done 2 months before the fight.
And that's for a world title as well. And that's for a legitimate.
Yes, and a very competitive fight that was hard to call. It was a hard fight to call, and it showed in the end. Like I was in 2 minds. I picked Cordina on points. I picked Cordina on points, but like. I always felt it would be close because of the work rate and the high energy and some of the awkwardness, especially that fucking flutter step that Rakhimov has. You know, the way he'll like feint to do a step forward and then he'll come down the line on the side, Jimmy, and then catch you with that right hand. He did it to Cordina a few times late on. Like, that's a weapon Cordina had never fucking faced against. So I knew it was going to land on him. Yeah, that type of shit.
I thought that fight was going to be good, but I had no idea. It was like grab your popcorn, you know. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
That was a great fight. Way better than that piece of shit with Ryan and Tank. It's way better than that piece of shit we got with Ryan and Tank. I mean, you know.
Way better. And that's what people like. That's what I encourage. If you're in the YTBC, if you care about boxing, like, it's cool to talk about all these fantasy fights that are never going to happen. Like, sorry, but Fury Usyk and Joshua Wilder and all this, and Spence versus Crawford, maybe eventually they'll happen, and cool. That's all. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't care. But like, there's so many really good fights. If you like watching boxing, just go out and like look for some streams and you'll find something that you're not expecting, and you'll familiarize yourself with a fighter you may never have heard of. And then all of a sudden, you're able to tell people, yo, this dude comes forward and throws big shots all the time. That's all he does. He's got no defense. And they're like, yeah, so is he going to lose? Probably, but it's going to be fun. It's violent. And that's what people want to see. We all, at the end of the day, yeah, we want that big main event, don't we? We all really want that main event. But me, I want to see motherfuckers go into the ring, no matter how good or bad they are. And I know that by the end of the fight, one of them is going to look like my missus' vagina after she got fucking had birth. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see my missus' vagina and Joe Joyce's face in a side by side after she gave birth, because it's going to be close.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to the Canelo Ryder fight. You know, it's been a long time since someone actually tried to fight with Canelo. You know, his last few opponents in Golovkin, Billy Joe, Bivol, Plant, they've all tried to outbox him, but it's. I mean, I can't remember the last time someone really tried to bring the fire to Canelo, stand in the pocket and slug with him. You know, he's a southpaw rider. I think he's in good form as well, from Danny Jacobs, Callum Smith, and Zach Parker. You know, I think it'll be an okay fight. I do expect Canelo to, you know, stop him eventually, but I think John will do a lot better than what a lot of fans think.
He might do. He might do. We need to also see how Canelo's looking as well. Like, there's a few things that it has that type of intrigue, but is it something that I'm super interested in? No, but it's like something that I'll just watch because it's the big fight, right?
Yeah. To be honest, a lot of people on the YPDC aren't even talking about Canelo Ryder. They just stuck on Hank Davis and Ryan. They're still talking about that. You know, the Ryder stuff.
That can happen sometimes. That can happen sometimes, and they'll pick up about John and Canelo this evening.
Yeah.
That'll pick up a bit, not a lot, but a bit. And the reason they're not talking about it is, Jimmy, it's a question of stoppage or points for Canelo. We all know he's going to win. We all know he's going to win. It's just a matter of how. The intrigue is in how he's going to look in this fight. How much of a show he wants? How much of a show does he want to put on? And also, how good is John Ryder at the moment? Still, is he still good? Is he not? He didn't look too great recently. Like his fight with Mike Guy wasn't too great.
I think he's coming in. To be fair, Canelo hasn't looked good in like, even though he beat Golovkin, I'll be honest, he didn't look great in that fight. He looked a bit flat. Against Bivol, that's the worst I've ever seen him look. He looked completely gassed after 3 rounds. So I mean, both. I'm not sure which one's the fresher dude at this stage.
But that's
what I like the undercard. I like the fight with Stevie Spark and Gabriel Valenzuela.
My boy Vodzik is coming back as well. I was actually a big fan of Vodzik, man. He was my favorite fighter in the division.
He's fighting Rickard Spalotniks, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
That's a good fight. I don't mind that. That's good. Because Spalotniks is solid. He's like lower European level. If he was British, he'd be like British level, you know what I mean? And Bozdik with his inactivity and everything and retirement, like, that makes for an intriguing fight. It just makes for it. Because Bozdik ain't going to be as good as he was at his peak. You know, when he fought Adonis, he's not going to be that good.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that day I fought Adonis, I actually thought that dude would have beat Bivol and Kovalev. And obviously he didn't beat Beterbiev, but that Vodzik was something special, man. But hey, man, you got Sergio Garcia on the undercard as well. No, Sergio Garcia Martinez, right? Who's that guy? The one that fought Chocolatico. Is it Sergio what's his name? The one Chocolatito fought before Estrada.
Julio Cesar Martinez.
Yeah, that's the one, mate. Martinez, yeah. Julio Cesar Martinez. He's on the undercard.
Yeah, he's always he could always be fun, and he can be an enjoyable watch. Yeah. So there is shit out there, but like, you gotta look for it. He's quite violent, so you should expect some violence from him.
Yeah, you got Vodzik, you got him. But to be honest, for me, mate, my number one fight of this year has always been the same, bro. It's Monster Inouye versus Cool Boy Steph. That's the one fight all year. Like that's man. For me, that's my winner.
Mm,
That's my fight.
that's
Who'd you
interesting.
got? Who'd you favor in that fight? I don't think I've heard your take on it.
I haven't given a take on it. You know, nobody's asked me.
Huh? Mark, I'll pop your cherry. What are your
Huh?
thoughts on it? I said I'll pop your cherry, Mark. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm not giving you a take after that. That was gay, brother.
Oh, come on, man. There's a bit of banter, man.
There's banter, and then there's like popping a dude's cherry. That's
Okay, we've been.
Well, listen to these.
that's not halal, Jimmy. It's not
Yeah,
halal.
but
Haram. Haram, Jimmy.
yeah, I think that shit for sale for me in this lifetime, bro.
That's
You're
haram,
mad,
Jimmy.
Chad.
Oh man,
Learn
it
how to
wouldn't be the
talk,
first.
you freak.
Listen, let me rephrase that. Let me be the first one to ask you. I'm actually really excited. I'm actually really excited. I hope it's not done.
I think it's a tremendous fight. I think there's a lot of variables. I think Cool Boy Steph's a bit bigger than him overall in stature. He's very fast as well. I don't think he's going to have enough power to hurt Inouye because he doesn't hit that hard. And I think Inouye's got one of those granite chins. I mean, you take clean flush shots off the needle the nair and he fractures your eye socket, your chin is pretty much golden, right?
Yep.
With that said, I think Cool Boy Steph will look good early on, but Inouye will be landing shots. And a lot of the shots that he lands will either be jabs, that'll be to the chest and just at the chin area, and he'll slowly make him slow down, and his feet will start going a little bit slower. So he'll be on the ropes a bit more. And that's when Inouye will start picking up rounds. And he'll start getting shots into the body. And then towards the later stage of the fight, between 8 and 10, you'll be looking at the fight being even up on the scorecard, roughly 4-4 to 5-5. And then Inouye's going to take over. And he'll either stop him in the 11th or the 12th, or he'll win the fight 7-5, 8-4.
Okay. See, how would you rate his
I
footwork?
just want to say that I've put the link in there for Johnny Boy's little explosion last night. I think it's about an hour in, not quite an hour. Jimmy, was it about the hour mark?
It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Like, shout out to Johnny Boy.
Was it about the hour mark? I think you'll see his head anyway. Just scroll till you see his head pop up. It's fucking hilarious.
I actually want both of your takes on this.
Mark, where do you have? Mark, you didn't answer me before. I asked you a question. I said, where do you have Tank on your pound for pound list? Where do you have to face the boxing?
On what?
On your pound for pound list.
I don't.
What?
What?
You don't have. You don't. Are you serious? I would have thought a guy with your knowledge and repertoire of boxing knowledge, I would have thought you'd have fucking taken there. I thought you would have been great on that debate, back in time.
I didn't have Anthony. I never had Anthony Joshua there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tyson Fury?
No.
Okay. A lot of people do have Fury there.
Did you have?
Yeah, they do, but I don't.
Did you have?
I have Usyk there. I have. I have Vlad. Vlad once upon a time was number 8 on my pound for pound list years and years ago. But I do rate heavyweights, but they need to do a bit more to get there. Usyk's gotten there because he's an undisputed cruiserweight and a unified heavyweight champion. That's why he's very high on the list, which is fair.
Yep. Yeah,
makes all the sense in the world. So as far as heavyweights go.
Yeah, but do you see the heavyweight division being pretty weak across the board?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even just that; it's also stagnation, right? So whenever we do get a good fight, if one of the fighters
Yeah.
fucking loses, they always have that fucking rematch that goes on and takes like 2 years to fucking make, and it's just the same loop of the same dudes fighting each other and not actually fighting the fights that we want to see them progress onto. So it gets a bit boring.
Yeah. It's so sad,
So,
eh? The fucking era we live in, mate. It's the call out but not fight era.
pretty
You know what?
much, man.
Joe
Social
Joyce is actually
media
the undisputed.
online, the
So for me,
undisputed
bro,
social
Joseph.
media champion. I think that holds more weight than the Ring magazine.
Yep.
Or any
Yep.
of them for that matter.
Well, we got Tim Zoo there, don't we, Carl? He can say boxing
Tim
for us,
Zoo.
bro. In Tim
Tim
Zoo, we
Zoo,
believe.
mate. He's just ticking boxes. He's just ticking them off and fucking just kicking ass and he just keeps fighting. He just won't stop fighting, that Aussie cunt.
Yeah.
He just wants
I
to
was
fight
reading.
everyone and fight him this year. But good on him. Good on him. At least he's doing something in the fucking division, because that's another division that's getting fucking boring.
See, Zarafa fucked up here because Erislandy Lara and Danny Garcia are about to
Zarafa's a
fight.
fuckhead for taking step
Yeah.
aside.
Yeah.
He was
So,
obviously just told that this is what he's doing.
yeah.
Because, man, he had a chance in the world title. Why the fuck wouldn't he take
No,
that? And
you
then,
turned down Tim. You turned down Tim, who had the interim world title, right? And a
yep,
shot at Unified, right? To fight
yep,
Lara, which, I mean, I understood that. I said, okay, fair enough. And now you turned that down as well? Like,
yep.
what's this about?
If it quacks like a duck, mate. Did you hear that, Mark? The fucking Zarafa was supposed to fight Lara, and he
Yeah,
took step aside money for
Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia, who never fought at that division. Like, it's
How the hell did
crazy.
Danny Garcia go from getting his ass whooped at welterweight by everyone to fighting for a middleweight world title? How the fuck did that happen?
I don't know how the fuck it works. It's obviously a name thing, Jimmy. That's the only thing I can think of, bro.
Yeah, but what kind of name does Danny Garcia have in 2023 then?
Well, I don't know, but he's on the tip of fucking.
I mean, is he even worth a bag of peanuts at this stage?
Well, yeah. I got no idea, man. I got no idea, and I do not know. Like, you could not
Wow.
age Lara out any more than he is.
I am so I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Am I hearing frustration about Danny Garcia, Michael Zarafa, and Erislandy Lara in 2023?
Yeah, mate.
You are.
That is mad. Firstly, Carl, I love that you're Australian, mate, because it's great, because you come with these things like, oh, fuck Zarafa, he should have had that fight, and now he stepped aside like a bitch. So you're pissed, right? But the reality of it is, fuck Zarafa. Fuck Magic Mike and his fucking stripper pole, yeah? Fuck him. He's shy and he's shot. I don't care. Lara beats him.
Yeah, he's rubbish.
Danny Garcia, he's not completely shot. It's a little more interesting, but Lara beats him. I don't care though. What we're talking about, a Lara fight in 2023. Lara at his peak and prime wasn't the most enjoyable person to watch fight.
Yeah, but he still beats the best version of Michael Zarafa.
Oh, sure, for sure. Like, old Lara beats the best Michael Zarafa. I mean, old Kell Brook beat the best version of Michael Zarafa. Come on.
Yeah, any version of, yeah.
So,
I just don't think he really wants that title fight. I think he wants to be a contender his whole life. A contender for a title, but not actually fight one. I think he should be a commentator because he likes talking about boxing more than he likes boxing. So I think he should give up the gig and just become a commentator.
For me, it's that how does Danny Garcia go from getting his ass whooped at welterweight to fighting for a world middleweight title against a 40-year-old Lara?
That makes no sense.
How the fuck, like, how the hell did
How
this
does he
happen?
get ranked? How does he get ranked to start with?
Yeah. I have no idea, bro.
I don't know, Mark.
Money talks, brother. Money talks. No, it's simple enough. Money.
Yeah,
money and
true.
promotional deals and networks and stuff. In general, the WBA, IBF, WBO, all those guys, they're gonna rank a dude who's able to fight on TV. There you go. There's your answer. Because there's more sanctioning fees.
Yeah, but how big is that fight? Like, what if we're
It doesn't
talking
matter
step
how
aside?
big it is. It doesn't matter how big a fight is. Step aside could be 5 fucking grand. Zarafa may have only been getting 20 grand to have the fight. We don't know. But
Yeah.
it's not going to be a whole load of money. But let's say that fight in total, let's say the Porsches are 200 grand and 300 grand or something,
Yep.
500 grand for like Danny Garcia and Lara. Yeah, it would have been like 250 grand for Lara and maybe 50 grand for Zarafa, maybe at best. Like Zarafa
Yep.
don't care. He doesn't want to get beat the fuck up at this part of his life. Like if he can make 5 grand for free, he'll take it.
$5,000.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Rafa's even. I mean, how the hell is a dude fighting for a world title
Well,
even
I'm
poorer
saying
than you?
5 grand. I'm saying 5 grand as a. I'm saying 5 grand as a
As a step
as
aside.
just a make as a step aside figure. It's not the actual number because it hasn't been released. We don't know how much it is. It could
Well,
be a lot more. He could
nah,
have
I don't
literally
know.
been told. It could have been nothing. He could have been told, "Hey, pal, will you step aside so you don't get beaten up? We have a bigger fight." Yeah, sure, no problem, lads. Have a good one.
I don't think you'd ever get any arguing out of Zarafa, mate. He's backed out of more fights than he's been in.
I'd like to see Tim versus Rafa just because of the whole domestic. I'm a
Oh,
big
Tim
fan of sort of
fucks up.
domestic.
Tim fucks up, Mick, real
No,
I
he
good.
have
does. He got
absolutely no interest in Tim Zoo
Nah,
beating the fuck out of some fucking stripper.
yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
Zarafa's fucked. He's a
Magic
cockhead.
Mike.
He is a cockhead in every sense of the word, too. He's such a fucking idiot. When he opens his mouth, just shit falls out. Look, he
No,
said
I'm
the
not gonna
reason he
lie.
pulled out of the Tim Zoo fight was because he could receive death threats. Like, he pulled some Oscar De La Hoya and, like, it was just absolute fucking bullshit that he pulled out of
No, I'd rather
the
watch
fight. And
Magic
then
Mike than Zarafa fight. To be honest, that's actually not a
Oh
bad
my
feud,
god.
man.
Oh, for
I'm just
fuck's
saying,
sake.
it's an okay film. It's an okay film, you know. Yeah, it's not the worst film in the world. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not. I just can't stand Zarafa, mate. He does my fucking head in.
that is a surprise though, considering you support most Aussies.
Yeah, I do, but I don't like cockheads, mate.
He'll
That's
support any Aussie that he believes is going to go in there and try. With
yeah, that's
Zarafa,
smart.
he used to try and now he doesn't, so he's got no interest. He doesn't give a fuck.
Nah, he's trying to cash out, and all he's doing is clout chasing by talking. He'd never fight fucking Tim, and he knows Tim won't fight him. He knows they're on a different trajectory, mate. But
You know what? Tim needs to
he's
stay
just
busy
clout
fight.
chasing. That's all the cunt's ever been, is a clout chaser. I fucking
I think
can't
it's a good
stand the
stay busy fight.
cocksucker.
I just think it's a good stay busy fight, and it's an all Australian dust up, right? I think I could,
Oh, it'd so good. It'd so good here because of all the shit talk. Because when Zarafa fought Isaac Hardman, he actually asked him. He said, make sure you turn up." So that was actually pretty good. I thought. Timmy jumped in on the press conference and said, "Make sure you turn up, Mick," because he didn't turn up. Here's what's going on, Outlaw. We're just talking shit about Zarafa.
Oh, Jimmy,
Sorry,
what's
bro.
going on? What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Couldn't see the screen.
What are you talking about, bro? Come on.
Talking about Zarafa taking step aside for Lara and
oh, is that why
Garcia.
Magic? Yeah, because he was a Jack the Ripper, wasn't he? Is that why Jimmy was saying Magic Mike or whatever?
Yeah, bro. It was it's kind you know what? For me, it's a bit disappointing because I get him turning down Tim Zoo for a world title shot against Lara. Okay, that makes sense. But now you're taking step aside as well. I'm like, dude, what are you doing with your career? Like, I mean, you're turning down multiple title shots. Because Tim had the WBO interim world title, and Lara had the WBA, regular world title. So you've got 2 shots at 2 world titles, but you keep turning them down. Like, what is? Like, it's not going to
That's what
get
I was
any
saying to
better than
Carl,
this for
bro.
you, bro.
That's what I was saying to Carl, bro. Like from what I've seen of that lad, he looks like he's just domestic level. Like he's not even like world level. So he should take whatever shot, like chances he has, you know. And Lara's like 40
I think he's
something.
scared of taking an L. I think he's scared of taking a fucking L, Outlaw. I think he wants to ride this. I think he wants to ride this pretender contender fucking bullshit. So
That's why I
yeah,
love Ebony Bridges. She's a real Australian, fearless, heart of a warrior, an Amazon queen.
Jimmy, are you on her OnlyFans?
Look, man, we all have our vices.
Hey Jimmy, I found a better chick, lad. I found a better chick the boxes down out of the. Her name's Shanika. I think Shanika Johnson.
Okay, Jamaica Dalton. I'll check her out.
No, Shanika Johnson. I think her name is. They call her Sugar Nicks or something. Yeah, I like her better than that hip Australia looking chick.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think? Hey, what do you think about Stevie Spark?
Yeah.
What do you think
Who
about
lad?
Stevie?
That's Spark. I'm not sure. I don't know nothing about the opponent, but I just said I don't really know much about him other than the King Zoo fight, and last one he had where the lad threw him out the ring.
Yeah, Montana Love.
Yeah, so I'm not. Who's he fighting, bro? Puro was talking a bit about him. Sounds like he's a good opponent. So.
His name is Gabriel Galaz Valenzuela.
He sounds like a bad motherfucker. So it sounds like he could fight, lad. So.
Well,
you know,
this dude lost to Montana Love last year.
Right. I might go check that fight out then. Yeah, if I got time, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tell you. I like that other fight you were talking to me though, bro. The Jose Ramirez and that other lad that fought Jarvis. Yeah, I like that matchup, bro. You were telling me
Lamparo.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a good
fight,
matchup.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a sick fight, man. If it happens.
I'll have to watch more of that. I've only seen that lad when he fought Jarvis, so I'll probably maybe watch some of his fights as well. Tell you what I think, but I like Ramirez, bro, because Ramirez has kind of been because he lost to Taylor, it's kind of set him back a bit. But I think Ramirez is a bad motherfucker still, you know. Like,
Yeah, but did he duck
class.
Regis? Did 150 tell me he ducked Regis?
He's from what I heard, he did. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but yeah, I've always thought Regis would beat Ramirez style wise. But I think outside of Taylor and Prograis, I think Ramirez just has been the third best at that weight for quite a bit, you know, for a minute bar. So yeah, lad, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that fight, bro. Like I said, Ramirez is top level. That's a way bigger test to me than that Barboza lad. Even though I don't know much about Barboza, but I've seen him once or twice, and I think Ramirez is a way more dangerous lad.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Oh yeah. Yeah, and he put his hand straight up. He wants to fight with Liam Paro. He sees something. But man, this is Liam's big step up fight. This is his welcome to the big boys. If he gets this fight, man, like this is, it turns him into a dead set contender at 140, man. So
no, I agree, bro.
Liam,
if you beat Ramirez, that's a big victory, lad. Like I said, he's third best at 140 at the even now to me, still based on what he's done, bro. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean Liam's opposition. I mean, you could go to Yamar Alamo, the bloke he beat that was 20-0. And it's just the competition's not there, man. It's not the same style of fighter and same level of competition. So this is big for him, man. This is big, and this is what we wanted from Liam, mate. We wanted him to step up. He fractured his orbital bone against in the camp for Robbie Davis Jr. So yeah, man.
The lad that played for the Knights back in the day.
No, that's
I remember you. I remember.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Robbie O'Dave. That was Robbie O'Davis.
Robbie O'Davis. That's he got done for the juice, eh? On the first Adelaide. Yeah.
And the coke. He got done on the coke.
Yeah. I was out with Scotty Wilson the other week. Remember him, Bar? He's one of the first lads to ever get done with a rack. He got done in like 1991.
What's his name? Scotty Wilson.
Yeah, he played for the Bulldogs, Bar. Halfback lad. You don't remember him?
Oh.
Yeah, he had a bad game,
yeah,
bro. Not 94 grand final. He had a fucking terrible game. I used to give it to him when I was a kid all the time, but I used to troll him about it when I was like a young lad.
Yeah, right.
Against the Raiders, the Bulldogs versus Raiders, 94. He fucking I used to fucking troll him over it. Yeah, you'll know. I'll send it to you on the WhatsApp. You'll remember it for sure, bro. He's one of the first lads to done here. He got done with the rack in like 1990, 1991, real early. Probably when they first started testing them properly, you know.
Yeah, right. Yep. Hey, what do you think of this Taylor Lopez fight?
Yeah, I heard Jimmy talking, maybe because of the odds, you know what I mean? And I backed. See, I've won money on Lopez, like with underdog. Like, so I won money on Lopez to beat Loma by decision, and I won money on Kambosos to beat him. So maybe I'm letting the odds sway me, but I got a feeling he's just. Yeah, you there, Carl? Sorry, bro.
Yep. Yeah. Got ya.
You're good, lad?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought something might happen, bro. I heard you go like, oh, no.
No.
Oh, cool. I might, yeah. No, I'm going to go. I'm going Lopez for the upset, you know?
Yeah, righto.
But maybe it's because
like Mark said.
I'm locking the odds.
Mark said, I want to see him on the scale too. I want to see Taylor.
Well, that's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm banking on. Taylor being dead at the weight. Think
inactivity. Like, I think if you're going to get Taylor, I think you
exactly
at 140.
Exactly, bro.
This is the time to get him inactive.
Like I said, exactly.
But on the same token, mate, does fucking Taylor see Lopez as a weaker opponent than Jack Catterall? Like, Jack Catterall, he knows is going to be a tough and a dirty fight. A rematch against Regis Prograis is a fucking big fight and a hard fight. Sabriel Matias is a fucking tough gangster. So does he see Teofimo Lopez as also not only a big name, but just easier competition for him?
Well, that's what I mean. He could be sleeping on Teo and walk into a counter or something, you know, walking in, like we were saying, dead at the weight. I could just see.
Yeah, but I just think Teo hasn't been good. Like, Teo just hasn't really impressed me, bro.
He hasn't. I just think he's better, I guess, a little bit more active though. Taylor's only had one fight in 2 years.
Yeah.
And he looked terrible in it. Like I said, I am thinking outside the box because I like the odds. You know, Teo's going to be the underdog. Or I don't know that, mate. Maybe the odds aren't even going to be that good. I've actually haven't looked at it. If the odds are like 50-50, I might just leave this one alone, actually. I was just assuming Teo would be a big underdog for the stuff you were saying. But
yeah, I think he would be too because he's not. Do you know what the odds are, Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy, my bud. Do you know much about the odds, lad? You switched on that?
To be honest, not really, mate. From what I've heard, Chad was telling me that is it like a 3-1? I think.
Teo, underdog.
Yeah. He's a sizable underdog.
Oh, cool. I'm backing him. I'm backing Teo then. I'm sticking with Teo. Yeah, I'm picking Carl.
I'm looking him up.
But he's not a massive favorite to your feet. Taylor, but he's like a sizable favorite. He's definitely a clear favorite. I was on Chad's channel a while ago, and he was bringing the odds up, and Taylor's a good favorite.
Stevie Sparks the underdog in this fight. Oi, so Canelo's paying $1.07.
You know what? Someone asked me, Carl, yesterday what he'd be paying, and I said, $1.09. So he's even 2 cents less than what I thought. But you know, lad, I was like, fuck.
So he's
$1.07.
Fucking hell.
What's the other lad's name?
Ryder's 11.50.
11.50. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Sunday the 7th. Oh yeah, and then the 13th. Jason Maloney's favourite.
The undercard's
Yeah,
not
can
too
you hear
bad.
Jimmy?
No, I'm saying the
Oh,
undercard's not too bad. You got Stevie Sparks, you got Alexander Vodzik making a comeback, you got Julio Cesar Martinez. I mean, it's okay. The undercard.
what card's Buatsi fighting on?
On Sky Sports, he left his own Eddie Hearn. Once he turned down the Bivol fight, he kind of moved over to a different move over to that company. What's it called? Boxer, Double X, he's with Sky Sports now. So he'll be fighting. I think just fighting like a stay busy fight.
Is
Yeah.
is that Shalom lads company?
Yeah, Ben Shalom, yeah,
Yeah,
Boxer
yeah.
with two X's.
Oh, fuck, I'm not sure.
I don't get Buatsi.
Fuck.
He had an opportunity to make 1.5 million and fight for the
Wait, no.
world title against a top dude in the Bivol. Should have taken it, and it was in the UK. I mean, that was an okay deal, a good deal, I think. But
Why isn't Oscar Valdez fighting fucking Navarrete and fight? Why is he fighting Adam Lopez?
I think that's a tune-up before he fights Navarrete.
Yeah, right. Nakatani versus Andrew Maloney. Nakatani's paying $1.33. Andrew Maloney $3.60.
Wait, Nakatani,
Fucking
the tall lad.
Devin. Yeah.
No, who's
Maloney.
Nakatani?
Andrew Maloney.
Yeah, but who's Nakatani, bar?
Juntu Nakatani.
Oh yeah, I thought. Sorry, bro. I thought you were talking about the lad Loma fucked up. That tall lad at lightweight. I was like, fuck, he must have cut his leg off.
Yeah, no. Oh, Devin Haney's $1.40 favourite. Loma's $3.25.
Yeah, that's why I want to bet someone on here, bro. So I can get even money.
Well, we got Nikita Zoo coming up in 3 weeks too. Benjamin Bomber. That's a shit card. That's the worst card in fucking Australian boxing history. You know the sad
I
part
don't
is
know, but these beats are bad ones, lad. You will have to go through that.
Joseph Parker and some fucking bum are headlining it, and Nikita Zoo's the undercut, like the co-main.
You know what? That's not too bad though. You got Joe Parker, who's a former champion, versus he's fighting an Aussie, isn't he?
He's fighting a fucking bum, a Solomon Island bum.
Is he? Okay.
It's fucking terrible, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I'm
is he
not bagging
lad?
Joseph Parker, but I mean Joseph Parker got fucked up by Joe Joyce, but I mean just his dance partner Jimmy's fucking terrible. Like he's just a punching bag with arms and legs.
Opponent, Carl, lad? Who is the opponent?
It's like Sione Falmuina or some fucking thing. I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
He sounds like a sergeant of arms. Hey, Carl, he sounds like a sergeant of arms, Carl.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna lie, bro.
But it's just a really shit card.
No, Chad was actually telling me, fuck, that is pretty shocking. That's pay-per-view. I'm not gonna lie.
Jimmy, that's gonna be that's $60, man.
Fuck, you guys are paying basically double.
Oh man, we get raped. Everything's pay-per-view here, Outlaw?
That's why I've had the box for good nearly 10 years, bro. So I'm not paying. I just got a box. It streams all the fights. Any channels around the world. That's why
Oh, is that like a satellite? Is it like a satellite box or?
Like a Cody box. Cody boxes used to be around. Yeah, it's like one of them.
You know what Errol Spence said, Bud Crawford, Dad?
What happened?
Well, what Errol Spence said, Bud Crawford, he said, I'm going to watch that on something box, didn't he?
Oh, I didn't hear that. Fire stick, yeah, similar to that, yeah.
Okay. It must be an Android box. No, I was going to say, I'm actually surprised, bro. That's pay-per-view. I mean, we have some shit cards in the pay-per-view.
Jimmy,
they've gone fucking mad. They're gonna do shit numbers. I'm telling you now. They're gonna do shit numbers.
This is how bad some of the fights on pay-per-view have been here. Every one of Choc Mundine's fights were on pay-per-view, and I think every one of Tim Zoo's fights were on pay-per-view here. Like even their fights, like their debut fights.
And Danny Green.
Yeah, you're right.
Same with Tim. Like he's like the son of a legend. You know, he fought Jeff Horn in a big Australian event. He had some good fights, and obviously Tony Harrison. I love the production value because they put so much money into the media content with the press conferences and the face-offs and the promos and stuff. With Tim, I kind of get, but with this shit show, I mean, I feel like this is just really, yeah, I don't know about this, man. Although to be fair though, Chad was telling me that he actually enjoys watching Nikita fight more than Tim. So
I think he's short busted a bit.
Yeah, I think he's fucking with that. I think he's fucking with Carl a bit saying that.
$60. Jesus, $60 to see Joseph Parker be up, in your words, a heavy bag. What the hell?
Telling you, Jimmy, brother, there's probably been even worse, lad. They put like rugby league players and that. Rugby league players on here before.
I mean, will that even do 20,000? Will that even do 20,000 registered registered buys though, man? I mean, who the hell is gonna?
Now that's the thing. I don't think it would sell anything because at least them other cards we talked about, like you said, that the lads had some star value, you know, although ex-rugby players, some type of following. Joseph Parker's not really like known like that, you know.
Yeah, no one knows Joseph Parker in Australia. Fuck. Jesus.
Nah.
That's
really.
a waste of...
Only the Samoan brothers all know him. Outside of that, he's not really known, you know.
Yep.
And I don't think the Samoan brothers are too like happy with how his career turned out, to be honest. So yeah.
I just want to know what in the fuck makes him think it's pay-per-view worthy. Like,
what is though? I'll tell you what it is. It's probably like it's probably just like basic math. So even if they sell 10,000 pay-per-views at $60, that's still what, $600,000. I mean, you know, that's still $500,000. You know, generated in a TV revenue,
but I think. But what would Joseph Parker be demanding? Not much.
I thought he was a Sky Sports fighter, but I guess they don't want him either, though. I mean, you know, Joseph Parker's made so much money that I don't know why he's boxing. He made so much money. He got paid over £10 million against Anthony Joshua in that unification. Before that, he made like $2 million, I think, against Ruiz. Then he got paid good money against White. He fought Chisora a couple of times, good money. He fought Junior Fall in New Zealand. That was a big event. He fought Joe Joyce. Apparently, he got paid something like nearly £2 million, because you know the rematch clause and all that stuff. That was smart, Frank Warren, overpaying Joseph Parker, right? I don't really know what Joseph Parker could do at this stage, to be honest.
You know what? That's what I think a lot of why Parker's career didn't really went downhill. I think he got paid too much money. That took his hunger away, you know. After that Joshua payday, I don't think he ever trained or had the same. I mean, he's pretty much turned into what? Like a Fury. He's like a Fury fanboy bar more than a boxer at this moment, you know. He's like a cheerleader in Fury's camp. That's what he seems to be like Fury's sidekick more than an actual contender.
I think he knows that Joseph Parker. He probably sees himself as, look, you know, I became a world champion. I probably got 10, 15 million at least. And in Australia, that'd be what, fucking 30 million Australian dollars? Something like that. So
no, well, he's New Zealand, so do you get the New Zealand.
Sorry, New
dollar.
Zealand.
It's even more.
New Zealand dollars. I mean, especially where he because I think he stays at the outskirts. So life up there must be like living. He's basically
I'm not sure. He's from South Auckland, which is like city, real rough neighborhood as well. So he comes from a rough place in Auckland. But yeah, I think he might be right. He might live on the outskirts now, on the water somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, you're young, you've got your health, you've made a good legacy, you know. The first world heavyweight champion from New Zealand, and you know, you've got $30 million in the bank. I mean,
Eva Jimmy, he's the first champion from Oceania, because there hasn't been an Australian heavyweight champion, and hadn't been a New Zealand one, so he's the first from the island, you know.
Yeah, there you go. He's the first dude from that region to win a heavyweight title. He's probably got a cool $30 million in the bank. And he's a young guy. I mean, he clearly doesn't care about the sport, in my opinion, because Did you see the shape he showed up against Joe Parker?
Exactly. That's what I mean by he's not dedicated, lad. He's more of a Fury fanboy than a fucking boxer at this stage. He's more.
Yeah, but I mean,
seems like he's
Parker,
more interested in Fury's career.
Because when he fought Andy Ruiz, he was so light and sharp and fast and athletic and was so on point as far as his boxing skills. And when he fought Joe Joyce, he showed up as fat as a house, you know. So
He actually had potential, bro, Parker. You know, he had good movement. He was pretty fluid, power in both hands, iron chin, good stamina. Like he had decent boxing IQ, skill. He really. I thought he would have had a better career, to be honest. He's kind of been a letdown. I think he just got paid too much money early on. That just killed his dedication.
Soon. Yeah, he got paid too much.
Well, he's not getting paid fuck all this time.
Yeah. I tell you what, it does show the heavyweight division. I can't believe David Tua never won a belt, but fucking Parker did. Shows how hard it was to win a belt back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? Back then, I thought Parker was a really good when he beat Andy Ruiz. I know it was close, but man, he got the win. You know, then he beat Carlos Takam. You know, he beat Huey Fury, who was undefeated back then. He was on a cool little run, but it's like you said, the Joshua payday, and then when he fought Andy Ruiz for the title, you know, his promoter put up so much money they went bankrupt, I think, to win the bid.
You know what though? He never seemed to put it all together because even like Takam and Ruiz, them fights were close. I know they're good heavyweights, but I don't know, Joseph. Yeah, there's just something missing with the lad. I don't know. I think he might be even too nice a guy. Didn't have that killer in him, you know. Just something missing with Parker because he had all the attributes, but could never put it together.
Wasn't there supposed to be a David Tua and Mike Tyson fight?
What, back in the day or recently?
Yeah, back in the day.
Supposed to. No, they were supposed to, but they were supposed to.
Tyson went to jail?
Yeah, he went to jail. Yeah, they were going to fight. Right. Yeah, they were actually in negotiations, and the fight was close, but the man went to jail. But it
wouldn't have been the first time because Mike Tua wasn't on the scene like early 90s. Because Tua turned pro after 92 or 96 Olympics. So maybe it was late 90s when it fell apart. You know?
Prime. Yeah. In your opinion, in their primes, if they met, Tua and Parker, how do you think that fight would go?
Oh, Tua would clap him. Parker would win some early rounds, but Tua would take that off. Tua's one of the dangerous heavyweights we've seen, bro.
He got inducted into he's the first Pacific Islander to get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Really? I didn't know he was in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's right. So salute to the brother.
No, Parker did fight in the undercard.
What's that?
That's a Parker fought. You know, Joseph Parker, he actually fought on the undercard of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith. And that was like a big event in the UK. So the one thing I think about Parker is he might not have maximized his talent, but I actually think he's an overachiever when it comes to making money. Because for a guy like that,
what do you think? You are right about that.
What do you think Roy Jones can do for Eubank Jr. in the rematch, bro?
Not a thing.
I mean, giving him his chin.
Hey, Jimmy, Roy Jones turned Eubank into like a 40-year-old Roy Jones. He's like a carbon copy of like old Roy Jones. That's what he fought like.
Oh, he did.
This guy just stand in the pocket and slug with guys like, you know, Spike O'Sullivan. He took George Groves' best shots. And now his chin has just turned into paper mache. I mean, I have no idea what happened there, man.
I think Conor Benn would fucking destroy him.
Oh, yeah.
If he ever did.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Conor would have fucked him up.
One punch and his chin was just completely gone, man.
Fucking, I would love to have seen Liam and Tim, mate. I'd like to see that fight.
Yeah, that was almost done. No, that was actually almost done, though. The bench was saying that was one of the options. They were seriously looking down the option, but
I remember we were talking about that. Us three were talking about that on a panel. I'm actually, I would have liked to have seen that go ahead, bro. That was a good matchup, lads. You know.
Yeah, they're in talks, but the rematch clause got him, and Eubank fucking.
Oh, is what it is then, bro. You know, I guess. But, yeah.
Well, if he wants his ass handed to him again, fucking let him, because I can't see anything changing.
Do you want his mate? I feel like with Eubank at this stage, outside of fighting Liam Smith, I really don't know what. I mean, what's nothing really there for him, is there? Outside a rematch in Liam Smith. I mean, that's probably the best fight for him as far as money or legacy.
So, I wonder who Tim Tszyu will fight then. Like in the summer or whatever, in the winter for us, but summer for you. For Jimmy.
I got no idea, man. But the word I got told was it's an American, and we're going to get word of it soon, very soon. That was what old mate was saying. That's what Lyndon was saying. They know they know who it is. They're not allowed to say, but apparently the deal's been done. They're finalising a venue or some fucking thing. They don't know whether it's going to be in Australia or in America.
I hope it's in late June though, because they need several weeks to promote and train.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I might ask you know Brad that's in our group, Carl. His brother used to train at that gym, Tim Tszyu's gym. Might message him, see if he's heard anything. I didn't really think to ask him that. Yeah, his brother used to train at that gym at Rockdale, lad. You know.
Righto.
So yeah, I might see if he heard anything.
Apparently,
I don't think it'll be that good. I don't think it'll be that good an opponent. You know when they say like, "Oh, it's going to be a good opponent," like an American big name, it's always like a letdown, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think Lyndon would, because Lyndon doesn't favour anyone. Like,
so Lyndon's saying it, not Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, no, Lyndon and that Tassie, they both said it. That fucking
okay.
They know who it is. They're just fucking finalising the venue. The deal's practically done. They don't know whether it's. I mean, they'll want it here in Australia, mate, because Tim's fucking big money here. Like Tim sells, mate, and like Jimmy was saying, look what they did for the Harrison fight, mate. Fuck.
He's got his following just going to get, you know, more and more lads and probably moving around.
They'd be crazy. More. They'd be crazy not to build up this fucking Charlo fight even more in Australia, if you ask me. I think it'd be a bit of a dead rubber. I don't think it'd sell in America.
No, I don't think it would either, though, bro. Because when Charlo fought Castano for Undisputed, there weren't even 5,000 fans there, or barely. I mean,
I was telling Jimmy Carl the other day, lad, that Charlo Tszyu would sell out a stadium here. There's no problem. It would sell out 50,000 stadium, no problem, but
mate, and it'd do crazy numbers here, like pay-per-view. It would really sell. It'd be massive in Australia.
That'd be a way bigger fight than Cambosa's Haney. Way bigger bar.
I'll tell you now, every pub, because you know, like you order the fight at home, it's like $60 or $70. But if you're at a pub, it's something like $700 or $800 to play it at your venue.
Yeah.
So, and mate, I know lots. Like when Tszyu Harrison fought, every pub up here where I live, mate, was playing the cunt. Everyone was playing it just because it's Costa's son, and everyone in Australia knows who Costa Tszyu is, and they know who Tim is, mate. And that's what Tim's trying to create his own fucking legacy and his own stand on his own two legs. And
see, that's smart, though.
Yeah, exactly right, Jimmy. Build your fan base, mate.
Yeah, like Costa is one of the three. Costa's one of the three biggest stars like down here for boxing in the last, 40, 50 years. It would be Mundine, Costa Tszyu, and Jeff Fennick. But Costa Tszyu and Jeff Fennick were loved. The other lad was loved and hated. That was the difference. But Costa Tszyu, actually, Costa was probably even more loved because Fennick even had some people that didn't like him. But Costa was universally loved, pretty much.
He was a little bit like Prince in England, Jimmy. Like he had his haters as well as his lovers. People paid money to watch him lose. You know,
Costa was universally loved, pretty much. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But
I'll be honest. Prince Nassim, can I be honest? Like he was arrogant, but Prince Nassim, he looks like a choir boy compared to Mundine. He's like a Boy Scout compared to Mundine.
Yeah, Mundine had a mouth on.
Yeah, but you know what? I think.
But it just sold the fight.
But what I've heard is Prince was more wild in his personal life than Mundine ever was. So I guess it's just how you look at it.
I mean,
Chop didn't even drink alcohol, mate.
Nah, Chop's a strict Muslim, bro. He don't drink. He don't womanize. He don't smoke. He don't do nothing. You know.
No, I mean Prince is a Muslim, but he's an alcoholic and a cokehead.
That's what I mean. Choc's a way more stricter, you know.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. I don't think Mundine's ever touched alcohol in his life, you know. He's proper strict.
Yeah. So I think with the against the Fleas, it was kind of like 50-50. Half the country loved him because he was entertaining and a showman, and half the country hated him because he was a bit of a smug prick. But see, with Floyd Mayweather, I'd say more people probably hated him than liked him, to be honest.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely think so, but
Yeah.
definitely in America, they hate Floyd in America. Like Floyd had more haters in America. I noticed that they seem to like Floyd in the UK and other European countries more than they do in America.
Yeah. I think it's more of a boxing thing. They don't get to see the all the stuff he used to. I guess the media stuff he used to do. A lot of fans don't like. But with Floyd, he tried to play the WWE villain, I guess, because the style was a bit boring inside the ring. So
Yeah, boring fighters don't sell. Devin Haney will never sell.
that's why Tyson Fury used to talk so much trash originally. Because even though Fury's exciting now, he gets knockouts. Believe it or not, for a very long time, Tyson Fury had terrible style. He was kind of like a mover, a slick fighter. So
I remember, bro. Anyone that saw that Klitschko first fight will know.
It's terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and I rewatched that one time. I don't know why I made myself do it. I must wanted to fucking punish myself. But I fucking rewatched it.
I couldn't even watch the end of Haney Convulsus, bro. After the 10th round, I had to switch it off. I
was there, Jimmy, and I didn't watch it, lad. I was there and I started to stop watching it.
I just got bored, man.
Oh.
We don't talk about that on this channel.
I was there, yeah. I was not watching.
That fight didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, did that happen?
Nah, I actually wanted Haney to win, fucking Jimmy, anyway, but I still didn't like the fight. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it didn't
I'd say the Horn Pacquiao fight. Obviously, I wasn't there on ground level, but the Horn Pacquiao fight looked way bigger in Australia than what Haney versus Kambosos looked like, because they sold out, I think, a bigger stadium.
You know what?
And they just.
I think you're right. I think it was because I was there, lad. I'm telling you, bar. I don't think there was even 40,000 at Kambosos Haney. There was a lot of empty seats, you know.
Well, there was 52,000 at the Horn Pacquiao fight.
Well then it's not even a debate. There was way more than at Horn Pacquiao.
Yeah, it was nearly 53. Yeah, there was nearly 50, there was well over 50,000 there sold out. That added extra seats to the Pacquiao Horn fight.
Yeah, because I don't care what they say with Kambosos Haney. I was there, lad. There were so many empty seats, bro. They would have been lucky to be 40,000 there.
And the top tier was closed of the stadium.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Charlie
that's why the second fight went to Rod Laver.
Yeah, because if they sell that stadium out again, they would though, wouldn't they? They had to move it.
Oh, mate, Timmy'd fill a football stadium, mate. If Timmy gets if they brought the Charlo fight, which they never will, because Charlo's got the pick, you know, he's undisputed, so it's going to be in Texas.
Yeah, I don't even think it's about money though for Charlo. I think he just he prefers hometown advantage, I think.
Yeah.
I just don't think he wants to come out of America and fight a challenger like an opponent. That's what I think it more is. You know, even if it may help,
especially being the champ, you know.
Yeah, I mean
it'd be way bigger than the Kambosos Haney fight, both of them combined.
But see, I think while it will go to America without a problem, is though I think that's what Tim wants. I think Tim wants to follow in his father's footsteps. Obviously, do his own journey, but wants to win that title in the champion's backyard. You know what I mean? And try and become a star in the US. Because you know, like when Costa knocked out Zab to become undisputed, that grew his profile and grew his legend. And I think Tim wants to do his own version of that. You know. So I think that's why
I think not only by him winning, but in how he won, mate. How he beat him.
Yeah, 1,000,000% by 100%, lad.
You know, people just went, "What the fuck happened to Zab? He just got fucking sparked."
Zab got off the floor, turned to the referee, and this is so crazy. He actually told the referee, "Don't play with matches," and then he fell back down again.
Well, that's what that comedian said. Yeah. I think he was probably saying, "Don't stop the fight, motherfucker," and then fell down.
Okay, someone actually told me, he said don't play with matches.
No, that's what Cedric the Entertainer said. He was a comedian.
Oh, is it? Someone lied to me, bro. I thought, yeah. And then I know you probably told them. Zab probably got up and said, I'm okay, and then did a backflip again on the floor.
No, I think Zab probably would have been saying, I'm okay, motherfucker, don't stop this fight. And then he was down on the ground again.
It made me laugh when the referee stopped it. Zab was like, oh my God, no. He started screaming.
Yeah.
Bro, I've spoken with a guy who actually thinks Zab Judah was robbed.
A few lads say that. To this day.
He said that he was kitted out too quick.
You know they're actually they're kind of good. They're kind of good friends now, Costa and Zab Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Zab said he was
man.
embarrassed
Yeah,
the way he handled it. Yeah, he said he was embarrassed because remember how Zad flipped out and he threw a stool and then he tried to choke the referee. Oh man.
Oh yeah, it was funny. But yeah, he got fucked up. At the end of the day, he got fucked up. Well and truly.
He hit the floor so hard his head bounced off the canvas. Then he got up. Then he did another backflip. You know, I don't blame the ref. I mean, you've done 2 backflips in 10 seconds. I mean, it's time to call the final. I mean, the referee
he did know up from down.
Yeah.
Hey Jimmy, I'm gonna shut it down, bro. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for having me on. And I'll see you around.
All right, mate. We'll see you next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.